I'm scaring him. Come here, Gizmo. How, you fucker. Alright, I guess we're live. Yeah. Wait, but how do I. Andre. Hold on. We are live, I think. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Extra spooky. Oh, shit. Okay, okay. So, add. No, and also Twitter. I'm just trying to figure out how to add you guys. Oh, okay, hold on. Wait. I don't fucking know. Hold on. Um oh, wait. Wait. Oh, there you are. And there
I
you
am.
are.
Oh, yay, it's all of us.
Okay, good. Sorry. Like this is literally the second time I used this. He was like, "Do the intro before it starts." I'm like, "Bitch, I don't fucking know."
We have
It's
an
some
intro?
Yeah, but I didn't know what to press. Um, yeah, it's basically the intro of tea time, but it's okay. We'll improvise. So we're live now. So everybody, welcome to ATP After Dark. It's been a hot minute since we had the last one. It was a let's say we had a ball.
Oh my god.
um. So yeah, welcome everybody, and it's Provolone and our guest Smurf.
Hey, Smurf. I haven't gotten to talk to you before.
Hey, Miss Provolone. I think we're on the same group chat.
I heard we were.
The communist island, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what's going
Yeah,
on with
but
you guys?
Hmm?
What's going on? Are you having trouble hearing me?
Oh no, I can hear you. I'm sorry.
How are you recovering, Liz?
Um. Well, I still have hurricane fatigue for sure. Like everybody, some people literally wishing me death on the internet, saying, "Go, go! If you don't go, you're gonna die." Remember that?
I think I did say you would be fine.
Yeah, and I am. I think it was a right decision of mine to just like write it out. Oh, fucking cat, stop! What'd you do? You just took Smurf off, you damn cat. Hold on. Um, let me move this. Fucking cat, sit down. Um, yeah, no, I think I made the right decision to stay home. Yeah, like watching the videos of the hurricane. I mean, the tornadoes hitting some highway and shit. Like, I stayed as safe as I could with my family in the closet, and we did good. It's just, the day after a hurricane, it's like not Christmas, but the next day we like drive around and see, the damage, what happened. Like, there's just like fallen.
Christmas?
It, it is. For us Floridians, we just look around like, oh, what happened here? What happened there? But no,
I.
there's minor damage.
He's talking about going around looking at Christmas decorations, right? Like that's what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Not like it's the best day of the year when I get to go look at the damage from the hurricane.
Yeah. um so yeah, there's like minor damage, fallen trees, limbs, tree branches. um Nothing too major, but like going to work right the next day after and like stocking up the store, and I don't know, it's just been a week of like fatigue from it, and hopefully that was the last hurricane of the season. It's just really tiring, like prepping, and then when it happens, not getting any sleep because you're like staying up because you don't know what's gonna happen, and then trying to get back to normalcy. So
Yeah, that's exhausting.
it is. I'm still recovering from it, but hopefully, you know, I'll be all right. I'm just like tired. That's it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the end of it. I mean, there's another couple of weeks, but
Yeah. Um. So I cleaned my closet out, and now I pretty much made it into like a movie spot office area because I'm like, you know what? If another hurricane comes or not, like I'll be prepared. But if anything, it's kind of, I don't know, relaxing in this little
it
closed
looks
space.
it looks cozy. Sometimes closets are a good place to sit.
It is. And I just realized it too. It's like really closed, and
I know I
I
like
got
my floor time when I sit on the floor or lie on the floor and do
yeah,
nothing.
I love doing that.
Floor time.
Uh, how have you been since the last ATP After Dark?
I mean, everything's been pretty normal. Um, the one thing that was annoying me yesterday is like um, having arguments with people who are hearing from Spaniard international news that Christopher Columbus was a Jew and fighting with them.
Oh my god, yeah, I saw that on the timeline.
Yeah, because coming here and immediately building a bunch of Catholic churches is a pretty goyish thing to do. So I just don't think that Jewish people have a lot of interest in building churches. And he
Yeah,
wrote a lot about how he was saving people by bringing them Christianity. So it's pretty annoying.
yeah,
I'm pretty much just like Nazi rhetoric. Like,
yeah,
oh, as if every catastrophe that ever happened was caused by Jewish people. It really annoys me.
yeah,
So I've been annoyed with
Also,
that.
it doesn't matter that much that he's Jewish, right? He just did bad shit, and it led to bad shit. So even if he was Buddhist, I mean, the Jewishness has nothing to do with it, or with the acts, or with the colonialism that followed, or so I don't know. It's like teaching history, starting by like minute details, like.
Well, so Smurf, like the reason that it's being said, or the reason that it's like a big deal, is because people are using it to justify specifically being anti-Jewish by saying, "Look, all the colonizers are Jews. Like, look at them," and just ascribing that to being Jewish as opposed to being just a capitalist genocidal colonizer.
yeah,
Like you said, it's fundamentally like I actually know it's a really rough one because part of the reason he did what he did was because of being Catholic. And Catholics, he was from northern Italy. The Catholics of northern Italy colonized South Italy. The Spanish Catholics colonized everybody. There was the Spanish Inquisition. So, in the name of Christianity, there's been a lot of colonization, a lot of genocide. And people seem to write that off as normal. But then the minute that they can bring in anti-Semitism, whether that be anti-Muslim or anti-Jewish, that's what they do.
Yeah, it's like Jew washing colonialism.
Exactly.
But yeah. But anyways, like the damn Zionist movement is always making hay on people confusing Jewish and Zionist, and confusing a religion with like a political movement.
Exactly. Exactly.
And they're hiding behind the Jews, and so they're like, it is anti-Semitic. Like they are actually making the Jews a target by hiding behind them, like,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
confusing
So,
people.
yeah. Absolutely. I think so. I agree. And I don't, oh man, I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something. Oh, you've seen it happen with other, and then the other thing was that this all came out of, DNA testing his bones, which they aren't even sure they're his because they kind of threw him in unmarked kind of prisoner grave because he was disgraced. Um, but they DNA tested these bones, and having a Jewish ancestor doesn't mean that you're Jewish. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if they
Yeah,
came out and said, hey, Christopher Columbus was 132nd Cherokee, so he had a Cherokee ancestor. He was actually indigenous. Like that's not how things work.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you like your genetics don't define your actions. Your actions define like your actions. Like if I'm committing genocide, it's not because of my genes, it's because of my genociding.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are being weird.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
People are just saying a lot of weird things. I don't even know what's going to happen now.
October surprise.
That would be awesome. Um, even Kamala Harris saying Iran is our greatest adversary. That really threw me for a loop. Like she is John McCain running in 2024.
Yeah. She's a Republican too.
It's unbelievable.
It's like the Democrats are really showing themselves to people, and
Yeah, but when you speak to Democratic voters, like you can't even talk to them. They're just like, but I don't like Trump. And it's just like, oh my
like
God.
my Trump's gonna make genocide worse. It's gonna make genocide worse. It's
What's
like,
worse than burning people alive?
yeah, watching children being burned
It's
alive. What's worse than that?
it's
Like,
as bad as it gets right now. I mean, the only thing you can bring in is nuclear war, which when you sit there and say Iran is our greatest adversary, do you want to go to war with Russia, Iran and China? Because I mean, go ahead.
yeah,
They
go ahead.
can.
But
They
I'll
can.
start speaking Russian. Fuck America.
We used to be able to bluff that we wanted to, but we don't have the missiles for it anymore. And nobody's like acknowledging it
yeah,
except
I
the
don't think the
pros.
U.S. politicians are realizing that they
Yeah,
can't make those
yeah,
statements
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
The U.S. doesn't have missile technology to stop Russia or China. They have supersonic shit that the U.S. would like kill to have.
For 100 years, the U.S. has been a paper tiger, and
Mhm.
I think that there was a huge demonstration of that, when Russia first invaded Ukraine, um, which I
2014
assumed I assumed at the time was the point of that, but now Russia has gone beyond my wildest expectations of what horrible things they're capable of. But at first, it seemed like the U.S. just needs to have it shown to them that they can't just intimidate the rest of the world. But I guess they're going to learn the hard way.
Oh yeah.
Well, mm,
All I can say is bring it on.
What'd you say?
All I can say is bring it on. This shit show. It can't. It's getting worse and worse.
I for one welcome President Xi.
Oh yeah. No, for real. My great grandma. My great great grandfather was born in China. I just don't know much about him, but um, he just came. He went to Cuba and married my great great grandmother. But I really would love to, the story about that. So yeah, got a little bit of Chinese in me.
Um, all, all my great greats were from other places, but almost everybody from Sicily. So
Yeah, I have Cuban, Puerto Rican, Chinese, and I think that's it. Oh, a little bit of Mexican too.
my grandfather was from Spain. His parents were assassinated in the Spanish Revolution. They were anarchists, and he
Oh,
came
nice.
here afterwards. But I never met him because he robbed a hotel at gunpoint
Oh,
in the '60s, and nobody ever saw him again.
damn.
That's how you make a name for yourself in a small Spanish village.
Rob a hotel. Well, he came to New York City and robbed a hotel on
Based to get
on
all the money.
Central Park South. He went to prison,
Oh,
and I never was able to find him because there was a lot of John Gomez's in prison. So, but
Well, yeah, don't try this at home.
so I was just raised by Sicilians. He was the only non-Sicilian.
I'm
Yeah,
here trying
I
to
don't
figure.
have a very interesting genetic lines. There, most of them are French Canadian, British, or a mix of First Nations.
Well, that's not terrible.
Yeah,
We'll forgive you for being British.
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time forgiving myself, you know. So
So, are you from Montreal?
I studied in Montreal and I lived in Montreal for a long time, and I love Montreal still.
That's where you're living now.
No, I'm living in the countryside, 1,000 kilometers north of Montreal.
I don't know what a kilometer is, but
You're saying Mom an American.
Yeah,
bless. I support Montreal because they put gravy on French fries, and I fully support that. Gravy French fries, yes.
I never
I
had that.
see.
I can't believe you just said that, Liz. You're a New Jersey girl and you've never had French fries and gravy?
Mm-mm. Yeah, never had it. I gotta try
Yeah,
it.
Next time
I
you're up
should
here,
not.
you go
I
to a
should not
diner
feel
and get
any
it.
pride.
What?
Like, I should not feel any pride towards this dish. Like, there's really nothing to it. But it is typically French Canadian. Like, yeah. Nobody else would do such a gross thing.
No, in New York and New Jersey, we eat it like that. Well, at a diner,
Yeah,
but it's a little bit different. It's not like
yeah,
poutine. It's like,
I
yeah.
miss diners. Ow, fucking cat. Stop it.
I like your skull pillow.
Oh, thank you.
You know, your name is displaying as Andre there.
Oh, hello. This is Andre. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. Oh really?
What happened to Andre?
He said he was gonna make an appearance. He gave me all the info, with instructions, but shit. I Oh, okay. Hold on. I can. I don't know how to fix it, but this is Tiger Peasant, everybody. My name's not Andre. But yeah, no, there's a comment section to it's just I can't figure it out. Do you see it on your end?
I don't see,
Yeah.
no, I only see us.
Like,
Oh,
there's a sidebar, and if like you know the sidebar where we have our three guest accounts lined up to each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
There's like down that page. There's categories, and there's one of them is the comments.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a little slow. um
I don't know how to do any of this. I can't believe Andre left me and you to do this
right, and then he gave you the info for your own for your
I'm like, where link, and yeah, I know he gave me the info, and I looked at it and was like, ah.
He was like, "Here's the info. Now, this is what I want you to do. Press this, and it'll
Right.
show. It'll.
Start
It'll.
recording your podcast. I'm like, I don't even.
You have to find a co-host, right? That's what you're looking
Yeah,
for.
I need, yeah, or co-hosts or guests or something. I don't know. I can't just talk by myself,
Yeah.
you know.
And what day are you trying to do it for? Do you know?
It doesn't matter to me. I asked a couple times for a schedule from you guys to see when
Oh,
everybody else is
okay.
on.
So
So
I don't know when Andres. I need to know when is his shows. I have no idea,
I
but I
feel like
know.
every time I log on to Twitter, Andre's live.
Yeah,
Like, every time I go on, Andre's live. But then
I
there's
know.
Damien, and
Oh yeah, Damien just quietly does his shit and turns it in, and that's it.
that would probably
Um,
be me.
yeah. Well, we do tea time now every Mondays, but it's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now. And then this show is every Tuesday night at like 9 o'clock. But I really don't know because Andre's shows are very sporadic. Like I need to find out like his actual show. So it really doesn't matter what time you do your show. Um, unless you either want your show to go live or do you want it like pre-record and turned in, like kind of like what Damien does, or how do
I don't
you
know. I'd probably pre-record because I don't know why. Just because.
to like so Andre could edit and fix it if anything, because
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
that's
yeah.
what I used to do. Yeah,
I mean, I just like the flexibility of not being live.
yeah, no.
But
Um,
then live
That way, if I
always
want to
gets
have a
more
certain
people.
guest and they're not available at the time, then we can just do it whenever. And then,
yeah, the good thing about live is you do get more people, but the best thing about pre-recording too is like you can kind of like take your time, and if you feel like you fucked up in any way, it can get fixed. And live, it's like, oh well, I just fucked up, and I'm here
Yeah.
now.
yeah.
Fuck, I just said that. Fuck.
Yeah, I just didn't. I just said that. Fuck. No, I still can't find the comments section.
In case
Where's
you accidentally
Andre?
show anything you don't want to show on live.
Like
Like,
up here, like a set of balls that he showed last time. Oh
that
Lord.
never happened.
Yeah, I know.
Um, no, but I do want to go kind of like the educational route. So,
Oh, what did I do? Fuck.
Yeah, if you're just reading the news, I mean,
no, not
the
news. I'm
interested,
talking
interested
history,
people will be
theory.
interested.
Oh, history theory.
Hmm.
So, oh, that's what you want to do, like
Hmm.
read articles or talk about whatever you're talking about that
Yeah,
day.
analyze theory,
Mhm.
apply it to material conditions, all that.
Nice. I texted Andre like, "How do I see the comments?" He's not responding yet. Oh well.
Smurf just told you there's like a thing. So if you push this little arrow, I don't know. Well, she's on the thing.
I don't see it.
Yeah, but
Oh, I
I
don't. Oh,
didn't see
there's the
any comments.
comments.
Oh, where you see it?
Yeah, there's no comments. Oh, not on YouTube anyway.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, how do you do that? Where are you going?
I don't know. I have
yeah,
like a little arrow, and I push the arrow,
yeah,
and then it says comments.
yeah,
But
it's the
she's on a
arrow.
laptop. I'm on a phone,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Oh, I guess no comments. Nobody's commenting yet.
they
Um,
hate us.
they hate us. Oh, hold on. And so, well, 179 people are watching. Right now, yeah, 179 people. Um, oh wait, comments is on the left side of the screen. Oh, okay.
ATP After Dark, where Liz figures out how to do ATP After Dark.
CP After Dark. Oh gosh.
Was
Um,
it just me, or was that just a red circle and some noise? because that's all I saw.
Really? Oh, let me
Yeah.
see. Hold on. And we're back. And we're back. um, I guess that's our intro. So all I have to do. Okay, so I guess before or when we start being live, I have to press that. Okay, good. Sorry, Andre. I'm like really bad at this. He said I guess yeah, nobody's making any comments because they hate
Yeah, sure.
us.
Thank you.
Um,
I'm live right now.
Hey,
Yeah, I am. I'm live. Hi.
hello.
I'm frozen on the app, but I'm live on YouTube.
I am live on Twitter, and I guess what he has it on Rumble and YouTube as well, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Let's see. Um, yeah, 182 people are watching on Twitter, so I guess they don't hate us that much.
It's getting exciting.
Nice. That's very good. What's up,
Welcome.
people?
Oh my.
Hello. Tired Present here. It's Provolone, and there's Smurf. Welcome as we figure out ATP After Dark.
I was trying to check the Yankee game and I paused myself.
The Yankee game.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, why am I frozen? Well, you don't know. Forget it. It's all right. I'll keep myself frozen.
You're not frozen.
Oh, who's frozen? Oh, nobody's frozen.
Nobody's frozen.
Okay, I'll fiddle a bit, and it should be fine.
I can see you and hear you.
Yeah, same.
All right. In the okay, well, in the side window, it's live. That's cool.
Oh, let me see. Um, yeah, we're live on Twitter.
All right. So,
If anybody wants to say any comments or anything, you're more than welcome to because there's no
Yeah.
comments.
Ask me anything.
Yeah, ask Provolone anything. Almost 200 people. So yeah, welcome to ATP After Dark. Um, yeah, this is Tired Peasant. There's Provolone and there's Smurf. And I'm in a closet.
Smurf, what have you seen this week that has pissed you off?
what have I seen that's pissed me off? In like, you mean in real life?
In general, I don't know. It could be anything. What pissed you off this week?
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Cancer is bad. Every, everybody got cancer.
Yeah, cancer is ass.
Yeah, I shouldn't be laughing. Yeah, it's bad.
Didn't I read this week that Cuba has a vaccine for lung cancer?
Oh
We
yeah,
don't, but Cuba does.
and we're supposedly the best country in the world, huh?
Well, the US would love to manufacture and sell that vaccine in the United States,
Oh yeah,
which is just
for sure.
really cool. I'm sure it's only like $100,000. So,
Oh yeah, something we can so afford, huh? On that note, my let me get my plug for my laptop is not dying, but it's going to in like 10 minutes. So my
yeah.
ADHD ass is bad with charging shit. So let me
What?
do it now.
Ketchup? Yeah, fine.
Ah, fuck.
Yes, thank you.
Ow, God damn it. Hold on, let me get my charger. Continue on, you guys. Continue on.
No, let's take a 30-second break. I'll be right back.
All right, let me just get a charger. What the hell?
Hello, internet. We should really stop meeting like this, internet. What you been up to, internet people? Drop it in the comments. Don't
Ask it.
forget to like and subscribe. ATP is a very brand new network. It's got a mission.
Welcome to ATP After Dark. Hold on. I'm here. I'm here. Ask us anything. Tired Peasant is an open book. One second. I'm back. Ouch. All right. Let me just charge this. Doing its thing. Yep, it's doing its thing. Sweet. Okay. Alrighty. I am back with the cat. And there's Comrade Gizmo. Oh, come here, Gizmo. I'm just
I'm back.
harassing the cat. I'm back.
I had to get a piece of salami as a treat.
Salami good. Stop it, cat. All right, welcome everybody back to ATP After Dark. Got my red solo cup.
What other hot gossip do we have this week?
Um, let's see.
Oh, we had
Hey,
discourse
Kyber.
on what?
It's my dad, Kyber.
Oh, I can't see him. Where is he?
Oh,
You
oh
gotta add
yeah.
him.
How do I
No,
do
he's in
that?
the participants.
There he is.
Okay. Hey,
Hey
Dad.
y'all.
What's
Hey,
up?
Kyber.
Welcome.
I
You
said
missed
hot gossip, and Mr. Hot Gossip appeared.
me. How's it going? Can you hear us? Sorry, I got Gizmo being a little ass.
Can you hear okay,
Can
Kyber?
you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. I
Cool.
had to I had to come on the actual studio to be able to get in. I tried going through uh, the Twitter app, live app, but that didn't do it.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Um, okay, still having some hurricane fatigue,
Oh yeah.
you know, after the like prepping and then hiding in a closet with two kids and a cat and not, sleeping that time. And it's true, like I love my kids, but whoa, when the if the they were so scared about the Wi-Fi going off. They were like,
Oh my God.
my freaking 9-year-old, he's like, but mom, what is gonna happen when no internet? I'm just like, imagination, buddy. Read a book, do something. I said, back in my day. He was like, I don't want to hear back in your day.
No, with my kids, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power went out on us once last year, and my kid just sat in front of me and just kept asking me when it was gonna come back on. I was
Oh,
like, you
that's
know
my
what? I
son
gotta run to
too.
the store. I gotta go to the store. I gotta go.
That's my son too. He's like, Mom, Mom. He likes to say this thing called, he's like, Mom, he calls me MOM. He's like, MOM, MOM, MOM. I'm like, yes. He's like, he kept asking me about the power. He's like, how long will it be? How long will it be? I'm like, I don't know.
Dude, I swear, like I'm gonna die, and they'll be lowering me into my grave, and my kids will be like, "Can I have this bag of chips?"
That's mine too. And like for anything, they're just like, Mom, Mom, Mom. Does your kids like show you anything like on YouTube or something when they're watching and they're just like, can you watch this? Can you look at this?
Yes, and I can't. And my kid, I'll be doing something. I'm like, just a second, mom, mom,
Yeah,
mom, look
yeah,
at
just
mom.
like I'm doing something.
I'm like,
Mom,
oh my god, what?
Mom.
And then they show me a video of like a dog falling off a couch, and I'm like,
And then you're supposed to like stay interested, you know?
no, I'm not. And I'm like, that's great. Anyway,
I know, like I'm doing something, washing dishes, and then my daughter's like, Mom, Mom. So I think something happened, and then she shows me like this like cat like throwing up or something. I don't know. I'm just like, oh, that's cool.
there was a point in time where I legitimately thought that I might die if my kid described a YouTube video to me one more time. Like just listening to them. So I was on YouTube, and there's an account on there, and I watch this account. Sometimes I watch this account, but I watch this other account, and then I was watching this account, and they had this video. So this account, he plays games, and I was like, I'm having a stroke. Stop.
Yeah, mine does the same thing. He's like, Mom, um, what did he say? But he's like, what did he say? He was like, what's a Diddy party? I'm like, what?
Oh,
He was like, something about somebody on Roblox talked about baby oil falling out of the sky. I'm just like, bro, turn
oh,
that off.
Oh, 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 oh.
not
like,
good, not good.
like you don't need to know that, buddy. But yes, like every little thing, it's they love the skibbity toilet and all that shit.
Oh no, no, no. My kids are older than that. So
Mines are into that crap, so yeah. My son's into the phase where he just every little thing he's like, look at this, and it's cute. So when I was prepping for the hurricane, all he was worried about, is the Wi-Fi, just asking me questions about it, like how long it's gonna be. And I was like, back in my day when Hurricane Charlie came, we didn't have power for 2 weeks, and his eyes were just like huge. He's like, is that gonna happen? I'm like, I don't know.
no, what they get from me is for the first 13 years of my life, there was no internet at all.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
I wanted to Google something, I had to get on my bike and ride it to the library and go find a book about it and look
yes,
it up
and
and then ride my bike home. I couldn't just type some shit into my phone. So stop asking me questions. Google
yes, and I told him like
it.
I was like when my mom was on a phone call, like I would have to get off the internet. It's called dial up. Like I would have to beg her to get off the
Forget
phone. So,
about that. About my kids when they're playing video games and they're like, ah, I gotta do this again. And I'm like, no, you have no idea what it was like to be on level 9 of Mario Brothers and your mother just smacks the reset button like time for dinner.
oh yes, oh my god, I remember that.
There wasn't any saving games.
And show
But then sometimes she would just close the TV and you wouldn't say anything. You just like, oh, wait, just don't move, don't move. She just the TV. She didn't close the thing yet.
and I told them like I told him you're lucky when it comes to like you get to watch your show every time anytime. I'm like back in my day when I wanted to watch my favorite show, like we had to wait. We had they bitch about commercials like
See,
ads. I'm like, no, we had to
sometime
literally
around
wait.
when they were like, I don't know, 5 years old or whatever, like the kids are watching The Grinch, but they're watching it like on TV, and a commercial comes on, and they're like spinning in circles, screaming like they're possessed. I'm like, whoa, whoa, what? Why did it stop? Because they had no concept at all of
Yeah,
like a
remember we
commercial
had to
break.
wait. We had to wait. Like, I don't know, the commercials like 5-10 minutes. Sometimes we had to wait. And,
Not just
and if you
wait, but if
make
you had to go to the bathroom, you had to wait for the commercial, and then you had to run your ass to the bathroom and get back before the show came back on.
and if you wanted to see your favorite show and you missed it for that day, you're fucked. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so these kids are the generation of like, streaming services and just like total like access to information. Like, you know, Google came around like, I don't know, what, we were teenagers or something, but like before that,
Maybe when you were a teenager. I think it
no.
was 2000. I think it was 2005.
Oh, I was 19. Yeah.
Yeah, but before that there was Yahoo, and there was
Yeah.
Alta Vista. You could Google stuff, but not Google.
Earthlink.
Remember
Yeah,
Encyclopedia Britannica? I remember that shit. Like doing
Yeah, I
book
mean, I don't
reports.
think it's bad to have access to all that information at all.
Oh no, I think it brings people together. Well, it brings people together.
But they're more informed than we were.
Yeah, I
And
used to be outside all the time, pretty much.
and more misinformed.
yeah.
Not my kids.
Depending on the kids.
Yeah, it depends on the
Yeah.
kids. With my kids, they ask me a question about, why is Israel doing this to Palestine? And I'm like, because they're bastards. That's why.
Okay, good. I
There
say
you
the same
So
thing
they
to my
know.
kids. So your kids are very informed, obviously, with what's going on, the genocide and stuff, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they're
mine
very
too.
aware of their natural like little revolutionaries. Like they're
Mine too.
when they were little, I think all kids are like this, and then there's just a lot of parents who damage it. But like they'll be, if you show a 5 year old a commercial for medication, they'll be like, "Why do people pay for medication?" And like
Yeah,
they know it's not right. You
they
know,
know it's not right. Yeah.
it's totally not natural. They're like, "Wait a minute, people have to buy medication." You know, and when you explain to a kid that like healthcare is a for profit industry, they know it's wrong. You have to
Yeah,
say
like
it in kid terms, but if you foster that in a kid and you encourage it and you tell them like you're right, people should have access to that, should be free. Like they just then they stay that way, and then Gen Alpha is terrifying. I'm telling you, they're very
they
scary.
are. They are. Like my son's like, if I become president, like, everyone will have free food. I'll help the poor. And he's just like, and
And then you have to say, are you willing to kill to get that done, buddy?
right.
yeah. But no, it's like, no, they know what's happening. Like my daughter, she drew a picture. She was like, look, mom, it's a watermelon, like Palestine. And so she
My
soaks it
kid
all
was
up.
in the hospital with heart failure, and the nurse had an Obama pin on her, on like they
Oh,
all have their ID around their neck. My son went, "Does that say Obama?" She said, "Yeah." He goes, "Obama's a war criminal." Like
I tell my
my,
kids that too. All
my kids
presidents,
will
yeah.
lecture anybody. Just my youngest, the Gen Alpha one, he's a little crazy. Like today, he asked me to go to 7-Eleven, and I said not right now, and he stormed in the house, and I heard him scream, "I can't do fucking anything." So he's got some teenage things to work through, I think, but my oldest is ready.
Yeah, and it's good. Like my mom told me, when I was in contact with her, she was like, "Oh, you're making them grow up too fast by telling them what's happening in the world. Like they're supposed to be kids." I'm like, well, Palestinians are supposed to be kids too, but they're getting blown up and burned alive. Like, I want to tell my kids what's happening. Like there's an ongoing genocide, and they're going to be the ones fighting. They're going to be the ones like in the fight too. So I'm not going to hide that from them.
My mom and I had this conversation, and she was like, kids should know about, like, especially my kids being as anti-cop as they are.
Oh, mine too.
And she was like, do you think that's a good idea? And I'm like, I don't know, but I don't think you ever had to worry about your black son while you were watching Trayvon Martin and everything. Like, these kids, they're in danger of that.
Yeah.
You haven't had to worry about that. They do. So I kind of have to tell them.
No, yeah, for
My
sure.
son's going to be 14 years old. Like, he's in middle school. There are kids who do drugs. Like, it's not,
Yeah.
he lives in reality, unfortunately. And these kids are having like school shooting drills and shit at their school, going through school shootings. What am I supposed to do? Lie? Like, and just hope they never have to face that situation?
Yeah, no, I tell them that. Like, there's a controversial thing on they were talking about TikTok. This mom was getting like hate for it, but I don't think she should have gotten hate for it. They were hating her because she was drilling her five, no, I think it was like 6 year old daughter, drilling her for like months to play dead. That's the state of our country, to like play dead if like a shooter came, like, and she's been practicing. And I mean, it's sad, it's fucking crazy times, but you got to do what you got to do, and that's pretty smart, like training your kid to play dead and hide underneath someone else's
I
blood,
don't know about
dead
drilling them
body.
for months. Like, I'd have that conversation. I've had conversations with my kids where, like, they're going out walking down the street to the playground to hang out with their friends after school. And like, I've had conversations with them about like potential bad things that can happen if they're out by themselves and what they should
Yeah,
do, but not drilling it into them for months. Like, that's just traumatizing. They know what to do,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I tell my kids, especially my son, because he's a little bit older, 3 years older than his sister. I'm like, don't be the hero, just don't be the hero. Just come home. Don't be a hero.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know what else to say. Fucking hide, I guess.
Hide. Yeah, hide. I don't. It's Yeah. So, and my mom's like, "Well, I didn't tell you all these things when you were little," and I'm like, "Yeah." And then I became a Democrat for the longest time.
Yeah.
When we were little,
So,
kids were getting kidnapped in vans from the front of their house. So I don't know what your mother's talking about. Thank you.
right? She's like, "I didn't. I let you be a kid." I'm like, "Yeah," and because of like, I didn't know nothing. It didn't teach me about anything. I had to figure shit out by myself, and I don't want them to do that. I want them to like to know stuff, like age appropriate things, obviously, but I don't want them to be unaware of the realities of and the harshness of this world. So,
I don't think
mm,
sheltering them does any good.
yeah, it
Yeah,
does. I was sheltered as fuck, and I had to learn everything by myself, like literally everything.
But most of the time with kids, if you just ask them what they think about stuff, their head is in the right place.
Yeah,
yeah. Happy, well-fed people, they're in the right place.
No, I mean their mentality. When you ask children, they usually know right from wrong
yeah,
on their own. I think that, you know, we learn bad things, bad habits from adults.
yeah, for sure.
Sorry, I'm
I
eating. My
think
son
it's
made me French fries.
It's okay.
I think it's certainly the adults that teach the kind of bigotry and hatred that we see.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Unless
They're
he's
also
found by Satan.
they're
If
also
he's a
indoctrinated by the public school system. I mean, I shared that picture yesterday of the
Oh yeah.
Columbus Day homework they sent the kids home with.
Yep.
Oh,
They're still teaching kids in kindergarten that Columbus was a hero.
oh yeah, they taught that on my son's school. I was like, no, he's not, buddy. He's
No.
not.
And my son had teachers in middle school telling him, you know, that Israel wasn't the bad guy. Or like,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like when my kids bring me something, I tell them the truth about it. I'm like, no, this is the real shit. And so my son is well, my daughter is like learning to about the Pledge of Allegiance. She's in kindergarten, and then my son she was like, "Mom, I don't want to put my hand for America. I hate America." And then my son's like, my son tells her, "Well, you just got to pretend you like America just so you can like fit in. So just be like me." And he was like, "Just pretend."
Just
I told my kids I didn't want them to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
And yeah,
I
my
told them
son,
not to.
yeah, my son just he's told me he just stands. He doesn't say or doesn't put his hand on his heart. He just stands. I'm like, okay, that's something. Um, but like I remember saying it in preschool, and when I was in high school, I uh I noticed this kid just didn't want to do it. I'm like, is he being a rebel? Like I didn't know. Like I thought, it's something that you're supposed to do. Like I said, I didn't have like an adult figure telling me that it was a bad, it wasn't a
Right.
good thing to do.
I don't think many people our age grew up like with people telling us don't do it.
Yeah, and
Um,
it's like, why are you making small children pledge their allegiance to something that they don't know about? And then they say other countries are propagandized. Like,
to a flag, it's nationalism.
yeah, to a fucking flag.
yeah.
It's Nazi behavior. My kids' school, the elementary school that they used to go to, I think it was during May. I remember pulling up to the school and they had American flags on, I swear to God, like every square inch of the front lawn. There had to be 80 American flags in front of the school. And I was like, this is disturbing and frightening. And like trying to ask the principal of the school, like, why? You really should, even by the standards of like respecting the flag,
Hmm.
this is weird. Like it's not
Yeah,
even the appropriate display of a flag. There
it
should
was
be
like
It's a
one flag on the
refuge.
flagpole. You've got 80 flags covering the whole front lawn. Like, what is this?
how many more
They
fucking
hide something behind all those flags. Patriotism is the last refuge of the scoundrel. So, like, there's something behind it. They hide, they pretend they're super patriots, but they hide something. That's what I say. That's
I
too
don't
many
disagree.
flags.
That was my point, is that it's sinister to me.
Yeah.
To me, it's a sign that something's very wrong.
Oh, for sure.
And it looks like Nazi Germany. Like it
Yeah.
just looks so nationalist and so dystopian for kindergartners to come out of school through this like sea of flags.
Yeah. It's very dystopian.
And then they're gonna say you're making it all political.
It
All
is
right.
political. It's a fucking flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a political statement.
Yeah, my mom's like, why do you have to say everything like political? They're children. Let them be children. I'm just like, fuck off.
Do you know how many times when you're speaking to certain people, depending on who they are, but a very certain group of people,
Hmm.
where you talk about being a woman or you talk about being a person of color, you talk about any issue of foreign policy in the United States or anything like that, they automatically tell you you're making things political. And I'm like, I'm talking about my experience as a woman. That's not like, if that's political to you, like, I get it, but it's not political for me to say that, things should be equal between human beings, that humans should have access to human rights, that genocide is wrong. Like, these are not really political statements to me. It's not like radical idea.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there are times where you're just talking about, well, I got paid less than my male coworkers. And they're like, don't be so political.
It's not political, it's your life.
But what is political if, like, everything isn't like
Well,
everything is
in that
political.
case, being a woman is radical. Not being white is radical. Those, then all of a sudden it's a radical thing not to accept white supremacy, and now you're being political and you're creating a problem because you're not compromising with this oppressive system, even if you're the person being oppressed.
Yeah.
So to me, it's gaslighting when someone does that. You're being too political.
I mean, my answer
These are
would be
human rights
everything is
issues. There,
political.
it's not. This isn't politics.
It's
These
our
are human
lives.
rights issues. Beyond that, human rights.
If you are talking about what cereal you choose to eat in the morning, that's probably not political. But anything
Well,
involving more than
wait.
anything involving more than three people is probably political.
I mean, but what I'm saying is, if I'm the person affected by it and I'm talking about how it affects me or anyone else doing the same, are they being political or are they talking about their lack of human rights?
But
It's
a
the
lack of
same.
human rights is political.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not, it's the way that it's used is to imply that I am sowing dissent, that I'm, you know, creating a
Yeah,
rift.
yeah,
I
of
am
course.
being confrontational. I'm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
being antagonistic when really I'm just discussing my material conditions.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
how I live.
Yeah.
So everything is political, you know, and that's just the way it is. When people say, "Why
But
are you being
yeah,
political?" what they're saying is, "Why are
yeah,
you making me
yeah,
confront
yeah.
this issue?"
Yeah. Or why are you making me feel bad about it?
Well,
A lot of
Exactly.
times that's what they're
that
saying.
fragility that comes up a
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah.
which is one of my least favorite things in the world. When I recognize that, I get
Mm.
then
You
I
get
do get
heated.
confrontational.
Yeah. Understandable.
Because I'm sorry that you have to be inconvenienced with me discussing it, but I have to live it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, one of the best examples I can give is talking about what it's like to live on SSI disability and to have a kid who's disabled and to face all the obstacles that I face, and the fact that I've discussed it with Kai, like they're going to send me money, but once I receive that money, I'm not allowed to spend it. And if I don't spend it, they stop sending me money because now it's considered a resource.
No,
It's like I
yeah.
need permission to spend it,
So they,
but it's more than I'm allowed to have. So if I don't spend it, if I don't come up with a reason they agree with for me to spend the money, we lose the social security. Like
yeah,
that's something, like, if I bring
That's
it up,
so
then people are
bogus.
like,
that's stressful.
"Oh, you're being." Then I get called liberal, which drives me absolutely insane. And And then they're like, "Oh, boy, everything's about politics with you." Like, no, this is survival.
It's life, yeah. Survival.
There are people dying because of these things. Like, okay, fine, it's political, but people are dying.
And that's a political choice.
That is a political choice. Every day that
The
you
fact that the
don't
fact
help,
that they're
that you're
dying
allowing that
because
to
of these
happen, you're making a
nonsense
choice politically.
bureaucratic political decisions. Yes, it's nonsense.
I have a hard time getting, especially talking to liberals, when you talk about people being billionaires and try to explain
I hate
how
liberals.
being a billionaire is violent.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah,
And
it
to
is.
explain to them that that person is getting up every day knowing that someone is going to starve to death in their country that day,
Yeah.
and
And they're doing nothing about it. They're hoarding their money.
Yeah.
just keeping
They're
the
holding it.
money, taking a jet to Paris to get a sandwich or
Fucking
whatever else
Taylor
they
Swift
do.
did.
Like, it's nothing. And I don't want to upset any Swifties, but like last night watching the Yankee game and they showed Taylor Swift in the skybox, like, and all I can think about is that the corner of
That Taylor
161st and
Swift.
Jerome, where Yankee Stadium is, there are people on that corner as she's in there living in their own soiled pants, begging for someone to give them money for food. And she is in what is probably a $20,000 skybox seat at the playoffs, and that's a choice. That's
Fuck
all
Taylor
I'm
Yeah,
saying. That's a
Swift.
choice.
it's political.
And I don't want to call her
Yeah,
just her out because those players in there are doing
And
the same
her
thing.
endorsing Kamala Harris is all you need to know about Kamala Harris. Just like how I was saying how Mike Pence endorsed Kamala Harris, that's all you need to know about her campaign. Just beyond ridiculous.
But just to finish what I was saying quick, because I don't want anybody to miss it. Not just Taylor Swift, but all the baseball players that are in there making millions of dollars.
Yeah,
And believe me, in Yankee Stadium, every seat in the front row is corporate tickets that
Yeah.
some big corporation gives out to their clients, some big advertising company, something like that. Those seats are always filled with people from out of town who are here on business, and the people in the Bronx can't afford to set foot in that stadium.
that's
So
fucked up.
I
it
don't.
just
I don't think we can keep up a level of inequity like that for so long. But they tried. They will try. But like it has a price. People see it. People like those homeless people when they hear the screams and the shouts in the auditorium next to them. They got to feel some anger. They're ready to kill.
I think that
That's the price.
I think they have a lot of revolutionary potential. I'll say that. I think those are people you definitely want to approach if you're out there offering mutual aid, trying to radicalize people. Just buy those people some guns, and it'll be
Oh yeah,
okay.
harm the poor.
But I also think that the disparity is coming is it's becoming too big, and it's too you have too many people living in poverty, too many people struggling, and it's getting close to that tipping point where where capitalism has eaten its own tail. It can no longer sustain itself because eventually everyone will realize that the number of people going hungry is a lot bigger than the number of the people guarding the food.
For sure.
Yeah, and they're fudging the numbers too, right? Do you believe the 650 100K? Do you believe that? You know,
No,
and that's the
no.
number. And it
I
went
do
up
not think I
50K.
don't think the number. I'll tell you for one thing. The statistics in the United States, like there's the scale on which they determine if a person is living in poverty. That number is way off, and then just their like per capita polling, their census of who is living below poverty is way off. Their numbers are way below what they should be, and I feel like there are I can't cite any of them, but I know for sure that there are actual studies that can be found that show that the official reporting in the United States on who's living in poverty is way off.
Mhm.
I'll take that bet with you.
I think that what did they say? So there's 650,000 homeless people. Is that what you said? No, I think it's 30 million. I'm not kidding. You're laughing. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I think there are
That would
30
be
at least 30 million
10%.
people
10% is.
who are not, and I'm not saying 30 million people living on the street, but 30 million people who do not have a secure permanent home
Yeah,
Oh,
in this country.
absolutely, I agree with that.
Absolutely.
and we're so like
Absolutely.
everyone is like a step away from being homeless in a sense.
Yeah.
If you're not in the 3%, you're poor.
And it's
So
Um
that's a
like,
lot of people.
we have a question from
oh,
Nilo. I don't know. Sorry about that. Nostrum. Do you guys know about Chanda Masta Trailer Park Pundit?
I'm afraid not. Do you guys?
Yeah, no, I don't
That
know.
doesn't sound good.
Maybe you can school us on it.
Can somebody? Yeah, you guys are on laptops, right? Kyber's got it. Kyber's gonna have the answer.
But
Okay. Yeah, and what I was gonna say, like I still can't understand how people think that we live in a democracy, like we're free. No, like we're not. Like if you gotta like, for me, I have to like get up and go to work for 8 hours a day in order to keep the roof over my head.
I'm
So
I'm trying not to interrupt you, but like living in a democracy would mean that the people of the United States get to nominate their presidential candidates.
I
Can you
know.
tell me who nominated Kamala Harris?
Not the people.
No, this is a coup.
Oh yeah.
This is what's called a coup. Nobody nominated her. There were no primaries. There was no election. No vote to nominate her.
We're
That is
delegates.
not how democracy works. In a democracy, you would choose your candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody chose this woman. So to
Nope.
me, if she wins, that's a coup, and if she loses, it's an attempted coup.
Exactly. And it's
And
not a
apparently,
democracy.
Chanda Masta is a indie media podcaster.
Oh,
She's on Instagram apparently, as well as on YouTube
nice. Do I follow her on Twitter?
Does she look like a friend? Does she look? Is
and
she?
Rumble. I don't know. I haven't looked at her stuff yet, but I will check into her later. She's on X, on Twitter also, as uh, Chan Masta. Chan
We'll
Master.
check her out. We'll check her out.
Yeah, we'll check her
Yeah,
out.
we will. Thank you for tuning in and leaving
Oh
comments.
my
And we'll figure it out.
goodness! Aaron Judge finally hits a home run, 414 feet. The Yankees are winning, I think now 5-2.
Oh my.
Just to update you guys, I know it's real important to you.
It's okay.
I am not a spectator of
Of course.
any kind of sports.
Me too. I'm
Uh,
not. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
really.
no, and I'm too much of an introvert to even want to go to any shows of any
Me
sport.
too.
It'd have to be
I'm,
a small venue.
I'm such an introvert as well.
Yeah, me too.
I love it. Oh, she
But
has
I'm growing a bonsai plant. Let's
nice. Can
see
I
if
see?
let's see if we can see a little bit of. Sorry, this is my grow light.
Oh
Ooh,
wait, hold on, real quick. I think you guys were
I
just
love
saying
it.
this, but apparently Chanda Masta has small cell lung cancer,
Oh
and she
no!
needs support. So a shout out to her for,
Shout out.
Oh
you
my!
know, all the good vibes her way, and hopefully, if anyone can throw some mutual aid her way, we still want to see the bonsai plan. I wasn't trying to.
Oh
Yeah, I want to see it.
no! That was it. I was holding it up. It hasn't been
This is my
bonsai'd yet.
clown.
Oh, how nice! Look at
It's
from scratch.
I'm growing it from a cutting. It's it's a type of willow, so it'll end up being, kind of a weeping plant.
This is this is my daughter's doll.
Show it again.
This is her doll.
Oh,
It's Art.
lovely.
It's Art the clown. She loves Halloween. Um, isn't it lovely? Travis got that for her birthday.
I think she's probably a genius, Liz.
Oh, she is.
Little kids who like horror movies are wildly smart.
Yeah, and I will not let. Well, we're not allowing her to watch that movie, The Terrifier, because she's too little for that. But she watches the old classics like Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and all that stuff. But she loves clowns. She just loves horror movies. Like, I'm so glad these kids are Halloween kids. She even tells her older brother, she's like, don't be a scaredy cat. Like he doesn't like horror movies, but she's obsessed with it. So she's like me.
But little girls are terrifying. I don't know.
I've always liked the suspenseful movies, but uh, I really don't like gore.
I love gore.
I don't like the
I'm a
slasher
gore
stuff.
fan. Oh, sorry.
Um, I do get bored with if all the movie has is gore.
I'm
I'm
such a
bored.
gore fan.
I get bored. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
so
I'm so into that.
I don't. I mean, I've seen enough blood in my life. This doesn't really frighten me. Thank you though, but um, Yeah, I do like something a little more, something that
Cerebral,
requires my intelligence a little
right?
more intellectually challenging to watch.
Yeah,
But
I like gore and a good storyline.
what happens? I feel like every horror movie I watch, I'm like, it's good for an hour, and then in the third act, I'm like, oh no.
I
As soon as I know too much about what's going on, I'm
I like to yell at the
like,
TV. I
this
don't
is
know.
silly.
That's one of my peace watching horror movies. Like that gives me the good dopamine feels.
It's supposed to. It's a vicarious thrill, the sense of danger when there is no real danger, just like a roller coaster.
Yeah, and I'm definitely afraid of roller coasters.
I used to be, but then I had kids and they weren't scared of them, and I was like, well, I can't be a pussy in front of my kids, so
Yeah, my kids, they want to do that, and I'm like, fuck, I'll be the pussy. I'm like, bro, I'll just, I'll be on the line, and you guys go.
nope,
I
I
was
went with them, and now I'm not scared of them anymore.
really, I was a kid that I don't know if they did that to you when you were little, but I was forced to go on rides if the older adults wanted to go on rides. Like I couldn't wait because they didn't want to leave me alone, so I had to go on the scary rides.
Nope, my mom was like you, holding everybody's jacket, so I was sitting with my mom.
Yeah, I like to stay on the ground. I don't really like any scary rides. Um, yeah.
I've been on quite a few roller coasters when I was younger, but the scariest roller coaster wasn't a big one. The scariest one was an old timey one that actually had wooden
Oh,
tracks,
the wooden coasters. Oh my
and
god.
The cyclone in
it went
Brooklyn.
clunk clunk.
Yes, those scare
And,
me.
oh, that
In the
scared me because
cyclone
I
in
thought it
Coney
was
Island
gonna
does
fall
that.
through.
Those rickety old roller coasters, and let me tell you something.
They're scary.
You go into Brooklyn and into Coney Island and get on the cyclone, you're not going to work the next day because your back is fucked up.
I always wanted to go to Coney Island. I've never been.
Mm,
Oh well, it's not worth it.
Oh,
no.
I went to the Jersey Shore. I used to go there. I used to go to I don't know if you've been there, Provolone. I used to go in the summertime when I lived in New Jersey as a
Seaside
kid.
Heights.
Seaside Heights,
Yeah,
yes. And what about
yeah. Of course, I've been to the Jersey Shore. Come
What
on,
about
my name
Wildwood?
is Miss Provolone.
What about Wildwood? Do you know?
Oh, Wildwood's for rich kids. I was at Seaside Heights with my trashy friends.
My my aunt, she used to take me to Wildwood when I was a little kid, so I got a taste of Wildwood.
There's a lot of Canadians that go down to Wildwood. It's a very popular vacation for maybe just a generation before us, though. But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how Wildwood is now, but that was the happening spot when I was little. I remember. And
Yeah,
Seaside
Wildwood's like
Heights,
the
I
nice
remember going
area
there.
of the Jersey Shore. Seaside Heights is, you can get in a fight there.
Yeah. I always wanted to go as a teenager, but I went. I think the last time I went there, I was like 12, so it was a preteen. But no, I remember going in the beach too when I was little, and then my mom was like, "Be careful, there's glass in the sand." I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, the sand is full of glass and cigarette butts.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
wow.
Uh,
yes, yes." And I remember like, "What's this?" So my mom said, "Oh wait, there's a needle. There's like a needle over there."
yeah.
I'm like, "What?" It's like, it's
Yeah, when I was a kid in Queens and we went to Rockaway Beach, I mean, that's where all those
Rockaway Beach sounds
hypodermics washed
familiar.
up when I was a kid. Um, but I grew up on the beach. I mean, I live on an island, so always at the beach. But Jersey Shore, I don't think I've been there since I was 26, something like that. I don't go there anymore.
Good
A
times.
long time ago when I was 26 years old back in the 1900s. No, I was that it wasn't the 1900s.
I
Well,
always,
must have been.
26,
tell
yeah,
them like,
it would be 1998, right?
oh
Not
Yeah,
for me,
gosh.
no.
at least.
No, I that would be 2000 uh
Oh, oh,
2009.
I was thinking 26 years back from today. Sorry, my mistake.
No, I'm not, because that would make me, oh no, math.
What year? What was it? What year?
52.
Whatever.
No, it's 2009. Like
2009.
right before I had kids. I think was the last time I was there.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I had my kid at 2015. My first kiddo.
2011. It's actually just a couple days ago was my 13th wedding anniversary with that scumbag.
Fuck that scumbag.
May he rot in prison.
Hell yeah. My kid's dad, that ass will be well, hopefully nobody's watching that's family because they always like to sneak on my Twitter and I always like to keep things private, but they're probably sleeping. Yeah, he should be my kid's dad should be leaving soon. Got a
Oh, he
plane ticket.
hasn't left yet.
He's leaving on the 27th.
I'm telling you, your life is about to become very peaceful.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Getting rid of the baby daddy is always good news.
Yeah,
It's like, you know, when your real life begins.
yeah,
When that man's out of your life.
yeah. Yeah, I still have
Not all
PTSD from
baby
that
daddies though.
dude.
Just the bad ones.
Yeah, I still have PTSD from that dude, so yeah.
They give us PTSD, HPV, all the PTSDs,
I never had that, but
STDs.
I definitely PTSD.
We got all the emojis from Nostrum here in the
Hell yeah. If
comments. Thank
anybody
you for all the
else,
emojis.
we are an open book, so if you'd like to ask us questions, anybody,
There's
Oh no, we're not
there's
open
one
for
in the comment section of the app that's what was his name? He's who's commenting faux smokes.
who?
Faux smokes, FAUX smokes.
oh,
Faux smokes?
Faux.
Yeah,
Faux. Faux.
You don't speak
yeah.
French? Moi, je suis aussi canadienne.
Oh, really?
I'm a
Yeah, I
little
do speak French.
fromage.
That means I'm also Canadian. That's French. I speak French. It's okay. Don't worry. I speak French.
We got almost 400 people watching us right now.
400 people. What a bunch of losers.
I
Get a
know,
life, you
you guys.
guys.
This is
Maybe we should give
ATP
them
After
something
Dark, you guys.
entertaining.
I'm just in my closet with a red solo cup.
I'm in my car.
Oh, is that where
I
you
just
are?
stay out here in my car. Yeah, always in my car.
I might sleep in this closet, not gonna lie, it's very comfy.
They don't let me smoke in the apartment, so I just stay out here.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
that makes sense.
And not in the apartment I pay to live in. I can't do what I want. That's
That
okay.
sucks. Aha! Thank you for, you got my reference.
What was
Extra
that?
class.
What was that reference?
Oh. Oh, God. I was like, omelette du fromage. That's omelet, I think, from Dexter's
Omelet
Laboratory.
with cheese.
Omelette du fromage.
Omelette de fromage.
It's the wine, people.
I'm not having wine.
Oh, I am. I mean, oh no, this
He
is
was
just.
laughing at my French, not yours.
Oh,
I haven't practiced French in a long time. I learned it in high school, all right? I'm doing my best. Je suis désolée.
Ah, that's good. Yeah, that's passable. Yeah, that would work.
I could do a vacation in Montreal or in Paris. I could get
nice.
by at the restaurants, I think.
No, forget it. Quebec is like 75% English now. There is you can go anywhere in Quebec in English, no problem.
Well, I figured that, but
You
Yeah.
still want to try to speak French?
I don't want to go there and say poutine the wrong way.
Well, it depends if you're with Ukrainians or not.
What?
It depends if the shop owner is Ukrainian. He's not gonna like your poutine accent.
I'm
Ah,
not. Oh,
I get
oh.
it.
I didn't get. Yeah.
Sorry, sorry, sorry. Yeah.
I'm not that worldly. Right over my head. I can still speak Italian and Spanish though, way better than my
Yeah,
French.
yeah,
But
yeah, I can speak Spanish. I understand it completely. Um,
no, I can
I
I
see.
can speak it fluently. The funny thing to me though is that when I'm out sometimes wherever I am, especially in New York City, people will come up to me and just start speaking Spanish,
yeah, people do that here
and
too.
I'm like, wait. And I understand them, but I'm so surprised that they're doing it that I answer them in English because I'm like, wait, what? My brain just spazzes out because I'm like, how? Why are they speaking that language? I don't expect people to just. How do they know?
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't like it either. Like people like expecting me to speak French because I look French or something. I'm like, what? What do? How would you know?
Smurf, you have
Like,
an accent. I can tell you speak French.
yeah, but from a distance, you like if you come to me and like, my
I'm
accent is
not
not
even.
that bad
I'm not
either.
Latina. I don't. I shouldn't speak Spanish, but I do. So that's what's I
yeah,
think strange about it for me is it's not. It's like, how do you know I know that? It's like if somebody just spoke
Oh,
Mandarin to me.
oh,
yeah. People do that
oh,
too.
oh.
I've been speaking Spanish since I was, I think, 3 years old or something like that.
Yeah, but you're a Cuban.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. Yeah. I
I'm
guess
not
what comes first? The
Cuban.
dad's side is first or the mom's? Because my dad's Puerto Rican. Or does
The
that even
moms.
matter? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get to choose that.
You can choose it, but so she's so in Latina Latino Latinx
Latinx.
culture. Um,
Latin
you
A.
would list your mother's heritage first, and you would use your mother's last name, not your father's.
Hmm. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, I'm Cuban and yeah, Puerto Rican. Um, my dad lived in, what was I going to say? My dad's parents lived in Puerto Rico, and then then they moved to Ohio, which is very strange from Puerto Rico to Ohio. Yeah, I don't know the
Ouch,
story behind that. Then they moved to New Jersey. So, and
that's
that's,
better.
and,
Nobody wants to live in Ohio.
yeah, I don't know why they did that. And then that's where, I was born in New Jersey, Jersey girl still, even though, I've been here for like a long time.
I wish they
Um,
taught us some indigenous languages, but that's asking way
Yeah,
too much. Well, I don't
yeah,
know. My indigenous language was banned from being spoken by the colonizers,
oh,
so
yeah.
that's why we didn't learn it.
Hmm. Yeah, because isn't Spanish a colonized language? Like,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
nobody spoke Spanish
people
in
get
in
pissed off
the
when you say that.
continent.
People get pissed when you say that, but it's true. It was the Spaniards.
yeah. It is a
But in
colonizer
in
language.
in
Yep.
Sicily, where my family was from, they had their own language. It was legally banned during the forced consolidation. So that's why, like, Lucci's a chosen name of mine because I had to go find a Sicilian name. It was illegal to name your kids Sicilian names in that
Oh,
country.
damn.
Hmm.
It still is actually illegal to put a Sicilian name on a birth certificate, and it's an endangered language now. Just like much of Canada and the United States also banned Indigenous people from speaking their own languages. That's why you had those residential schools,
True.
Yeah,
that were meant to gentrify, and it was basically it's a genocide suppressing their language.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, the entire culture.
it's a part of forced assimilation, which goes
exactly.
along with the ethnic cleansing and genocide. Correct.
And then just say those people are all extinct,
Right.
and they're not.
Yeah.
But we have all their stuff in the British Museum.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck the Brits.
Oh,
Catherine
I.
says heal the food system. I agree. Land back, and
Yep.
that will go with it. I don't have any land, but I would give it back if I did.
Same. I don't have any land, but I would give it back.
Yep.
Now fuck it, I'm keeping my land.
Hey,
Oh.
you don't get to keep your land. We're taking it.
You know, the
We're
natives
gonna
when
hippity
the
hoppity abolish private property, my friend.
the Dutch wanted to buy New York from the natives, and the natives were laughing, and they thought it was so stupid to buy land because they were like, it's not ours. You can't
You
buy
can
a
you
cloud from
can't
us.
like own a potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Simpsons reference. Sorry. I hope someone got it in the
You
400 people watching.
YouTube censored what?
I don't know what did they censor?
Oh
My
shit. Sorry,
owning a
Andre.
potato?
Potato.
Oh,
Potato.
oh, when I said F the Brits, actually, apparently YouTube censored it. So,
Oh,
Oh.
so I
Oh.
can
Fuck
say
the
it
Brits.
again. Yeah, fuck them.
fuck the Brits.
Fuck the Brits. Fuck the
You
Brits.
colonizing bastards, you
You
inbred fucking
bastards.
colonizers.
Pieces of shit. Sorry, Andre. Hopefully your YouTube will be okay.
If
At least it's
YouTube
not a
wanted
pair
to
of
censor
balls
my
this
free
time.
my free speech, actually, I don't really believe in freedom of speech, but that's another story. I think some things you should get in trouble if you say them,
Oh yeah. I agree.
but not fuck the Brits. That should be
Fuck
allowed.
the Brits. Fuck the Brits. Fuck the Brits. Let's see.
But
Um
yeah, the concept of owning land was really foreign to the Mannahatta Indians, which you're talking about them buying Manhattan. Mannahatta was the name of the island. Indians, indigenous. um, so there was a reason for that slip. Um, when they said they made that purchase, which was the whole rumor is that they bought the island of Manhattan for $22,
Yeah.
which isn't true. They bought it for what I would say is about $20 million in today's money, but they believed they owned it. The indigenous people were like, "Yeah, that's not how it works. Thanks for the money, though."
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
that is where the term that we heard as kids, Indian giver,
Oh
came
yeah, I
from.
remember that.
Ah.
I never
Because
heard
yeah,
that.
because
Interesting.
they used it as a disparaging term because the indigenous people didn't have a concept of land ownership. Although to say they didn't have the concept, they knew it was their land. There was just the concept of the land belonging to one individual person or a group of people as opposed to people as a whole. They
Yeah.
saw land as a collective ownership.
Yeah.
So they were like, if you want to pay us, that's fine. You can stay here. Like,
Yeah.
That's weird, yeah.
they weren't so stupid that they couldn't understand what the Dutch wanted. And so that's a common misconception when you tell that story. But they knew what was happening, but they also thought it was, they were like, yeah,
Yeah. What a
you can
joke.
call it yours if you want to, but we're
Yeah.
staying.
But if you're not gonna farm it and inhabit it, and if you're not gonna be here, like it's not really yours. You can put your name on a tree, but that's what you get.
I mean, I think they were more sort of. I believe that that group of indigenous people specifically was more sort of challenging them, like taking their money and saying, you do what you think you got to do, but we're gonna fight about it. So that's what ended up happening.
They were keeping score, and they were like, "This time we got you." Like,
Basically, they were not fools, as much as history in the United States would have you believe.
Yeah. The whole ignorant savages myth.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. That just goes along with the white supremacy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, but the church had such a good way of like trying to impress upon the natives how advanced we were. Like, we have books about the priests that came like in the first drafts, like trying to understand the natives. And he said, if you show them a clock, you can lie to them about anything. They'll believe anything you say if you show them a clock because it was so advanced. It was so, and so they said, if you show them a clock and you tell them about Jesus, they'll know we are the superior civilization. And so they were so fucking insidious. Like they knew how
I
to
don't,
like
yeah, but I
flip
don't
the
think that that
script.
was true. I think that's how they tell the story.
Yeah, 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 exactly,
I don't
exactly. You're
think
right.
that was true. I think the indigenous people here were like, these people are out of their fucking minds. Like,
Oh yeah, oh
you
yeah.
know,
We could see it.
um, because they weren't so, maybe they didn't have a clock, but they understood the concept of time. They were able to tell time. you know, they
Yeah.
had different methods, but these people had advanced civilizations more than what you don't get taught in school. But if you read the an indigenous people's history of the United States, that's a good book.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
the Americas, the United States or the Americas. um it tells a much better history of how exact they had cities, with complex structures, with thousands of people living in a metropolitan looking community. They were not just living in the woods in loincloths.
Yeah.
So, that history is revised for white supremacy, that they were so easily fooled and all this, that we were so advanced. That's not true.
No, no, but the purpose of the church was to find the crack to like try to get them to believe in Jesus, you know. And so of course they tried everything, you know, and the thing they found was like try and show them some technical
Or
superiority. Yeah,
organized religion is a pillar of capitalism.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Religion is the opiate of the masses.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Sorry.
agnostic, but that's it at this point.
Hmm?
I'm agnostic. That's pretty much it for me.
And I don't say that to say that people who follow an organized religion or are religious are bad people, because it's not. The individual is not the problem. It's church, established churches and their involvement in government, the Vatican,
Oh,
and
yeah.
all their influence over colonization, and the Spanish church. Like, these are, you know, like I said, they've been involved in a lot, and I think that religion was a really big part of how they were able to instill white supremacy and grow this capitalist monster of a country that they did.
Absolutely.
Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. Yeah, it might punch you in the fucking face. That might happen. Andre's here.
Hey, what's up, founder? What up, Andre?
I was the boss. Hi, Dewey.
Late night news show.
There he is, Adam.
It's the hot cheesy gossip.
Hell yeah, ATP After Dark. Huh?
Is Andre joining us or just sending us comments?
I think he's just sending us. What the hell? What was. Oh, what's this?
He can't hang. What about what?
Huh?
Thelema.
Who that?
I don't know what that is.
What is Thelema?
What is it?
It escapes my knowledge.
Our viewers here are just coming out with the.
Just ask me what my favorite color is. I'm just simple shit.
We're
Come on,
all
people.
high. What are you asking us?
Yeah, I drank some wine. Search it up.
Search it up.
I'm a
Kyler,
little tipsy on wine here. Just
enhance.
ask me if my
Search it
favorite
up.
color.
Dilemma.
This is ATP After
Selima?
Dark.
Selima.
This ain't tea time, you guys. This ain't tea time.
What's that? The Lemon Apron Cookbook? Is that? I'm sorry.
This is ATP After Dark. Come on now.
Yeah, this is the,
A Western esoteric and occult social or spiritual philosophy and a new
Oh,
religious movement founded in the 1900s by Aleister Crowley.
Oh,
Aleister Crowley.
that
Yeah.
name sounds familiar.
Well, that one
I
should
didn't
sound
know he
familiar.
had an occult religious movement. That's I don't know, we're gonna have to research that, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll have to look into that.
get on it, team. I'll put it in
You
my
wanna tell everyone
notes.
who Aleister Crowley is?
Oh my.
Hold
I don't
on.
know. Tell you about the Angel Crowley in the
Nobody knows who Aleister
the
Crowley
book.
is?
Who is he? Like, it sounds blah, blah, blah. It sounds familiar, but what?
Okay, I'm gonna challenge my viewers to answer the question then, because I can't believe nobody knows who Aleister Crowley is.
Is he an author of some sort?
I
Author,
want to see if someone can answer in the
philosopher,
comments.
Who's
au-
Aleister
au-
Crowley? I'll give you a sip of my wine if you fucking answer the
Yeah.
question.
First
Yeah.
prize
author,
to the person
author,
who.
You get some
philosopher,
regurgitated
very
wine.
into the metaphysical and
The fuck?
magic and demons and all that sort of stuff. I
Yes.
believe.
I thought it was in Downton Abbey.
Yeah. Well, he was the demon in the book Good Omens.
Oh, I heard about
That's where you
that
know
book.
Crowley from. If you've read the book or seen the movie Good Omens,
Yes, I've heard
Crowley,
of the book.
yeah, it's a fantastic book. I like that author Neil Gaiman. Gaiman.
All right, you guys, we almost have 500 people watching.
Wow.
Who Aleister Crowley was.
Remember, you guys can ask us like easy questions too. This is easy. You right there, Provolone? Oh, shout out to the what?
Shout out to the occult.
Okay, nice. Seemed like Provolone disappeared. Hopefully she comes back. So yeah, if anybody has any questions for us in the ATP After Dark, you can ask us some simple shit. We might be communists. It might be a communist, but I you can ask me a simple question every now and then.
If anyone else is out there that has seen the movie or watched the book, what was the name of the angel in the book Good Omens? I always remember
Oh.
Crowley the demon, but what was the name of the angel in Good Omens?
Oh, yes, yes. I've heard. I don't remember, but I read a little bit of that book.
If I remember correctly, Aleister Crowley used to have those like seances.
Yeah,
And
he was very into the occult.
yeah.
This person got the answer right. You get some wine. Some regurgitated wine. Here you go.
Philosophistic occultist, yes.
You
Okay.
won. All right, rough crowd.
So, if we're on the occult, have any of you had an experience that you would consider supranormal or paranormal, occult?
Um, does
I'm
being does going to Catholic school count?
Yeah, probably.
I'm a witch.
Oh well,
Ooh,
there you go. That's
I
right.
want to get into that. That's
Not
neat.
like no, hold on. No,
Oops, gone, gone.
sometimes I just know things and I can't explain how I know.
Yeah,
Like I knew Liz was going to be okay in her storm.
I'm okay.
yeah.
I'm good at predicting things, and then there's some times that I just know stuff and have no business knowing it.
Yeah. So you can
And I
like
have
look at
my,
people.
my magic occult
So how does that?
Cornatello good luck piece that someone very, very dear to me sent to me as a gift.
Nice. So
It
how does that?
protects me. It protects me from the malocchio.
Do you just look at people and know things about them, or what?
No, you know what? It's actually so like they call that a clair ability, like clairvoyant is the most common one you'll hear, and those are people who have visions. And then there's clairaudient, like people who get messages that they can hear. I'm called claircognizant. So sometimes it could be something I'm trying to know. Like if someone loses their keys, I'll just go hold on a second and I'll just pause and then reach over and grab their keys, just go there, here they are,
Yeah.
because it just comes to me. And then sometimes it's stuff that comes to me like on a dream where it's information that, I've been able to know someone's birthday or things like that. Just, or you can sometimes ask me a question and the answer just pops in. And there's
Yeah.
the thing with you, I don't know what it ever turned out to be, but I just got it in my head, Liz, that I had to tell you 2313. No idea what it meant still.
What's 23 plus 13? Does anyone know?
It
39,
wouldn't be 23
36.
plus
I'm sorry,
13. It's
36.
23 and then 13. So I
What does it
assumed it was
mean?
11 p.m. because that is how I read time, is always in that 24-hour
11:50.
time.
Yeah, 24-hour time.
Um, because it wouldn't be a date unless it's just a number you need to know. But if it comes up and you notice it, you have to let me know.
Okay, I will.
It's not supposed. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Okay, hope not.
Just a notable thing. Like that kind of stuff will just come to me, and then it'll turn out to be a date or
Maybe it's the flight number for your husband's flight leaving, your ex-husband's
Maybe an
flight.
imagine.
epiphania. Oh
And then I'm
god.
surprised every time it happens to me. I'm still surprised when it happens. I'm like, oh my God, how did I know?
11/13. Maybe it's the November 13th.
No, it's 2313. It can't be November 13th because that doesn't work that way.
Wait,
It
wait,
can work
20,
that way for a clock, but it can't work that way for the calendar.
Mm.
13. Well,
You'll know it when you see it. It
okay.
could be you could be going to check out at a supermarket and the amount is 2313. It'll stand out to you and we'll
Okay.
just know that was it because you'll know when you see it.
It's interesting. Nostrum is talking about synesthesia here, about being able to see sounds and hear
Hmm.
color.
I've been learning a lot recently about people with ADHD typically having those claircognizant abilities because at the rate that our brains think, we pick up on patterns that we don't realize that we're seeing. So a lot of neurodivergent people have some extraordinary abilities when it comes to the way that their brain functions.
Yeah.
And of course, women with ADHD back in the 1500s would have been burned as witches for sure.
Yeah,
I would have been burned at the stake with my ADHD.
I probably should still be burned as a witch at this point. My ADHD is so bad. It's like,
That feels. Okay, everybody, we have 505 people watching now. Thank you for watching us. We're a growing network. This is our second episode of ATP After Dark, and thank you guys for joining.
we're currently discussing the occult and the sinister capabilities of witches.
are y'all always yourselves in dreams? Because I dream other people's dreams,
Oh, I'm
or
myself.
other people's lives, even.
That's crazy. I only have dreams as myself,
Yeah.
but I can't see other people's faces a lot in my dreams. And I typically know I'm dreaming when I'm dreaming. When I'm in the dream, I know it. So sometimes sometimes when there's a situation I don't like, I can get out of it in the dream.
Yeah,
And then
lucid dreaming. Yeah,
there's certain things that happen that are actually recurring that I cannot change.
Yeah.
And they're usually a bad sign. So those are things where I try not to look and I can't. No matter where I go, it's still there.
Yeah. I've done
That's
I've
very
done
interesting, Kyber.
yeah,
That
I've
you have
done
you dream other people. In your dream, you're somebody else,
in my dream I'm somebody else and I'm
and
living
you know it.
an event in their life. But yes, and I know it. In the dream I know it even.
Oh wow.
And how does that come to you?
And yet I
Are
can't.
you an actor, or do you have any capacity for empathy?
Oh, I definitely am over empathetic. That's my one of my particular neurodivergent issues. I'm very empathetic. Um,
I
But what
see.
if that's real? What if you're really experiencing other people's memories or something?
Mm,
I actually feel like it is, and one of the reasons why is because sometimes I come out with knowledge that I don't myself possess.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
and yet it checks out, if I check it out later.
that is cool.
But it
Some
hasn't
people,
been happening as much ever since I went on one of the medications that I'm on now. So, uh,
Oh,
which the medication seems to suppress something in the brain that allows me to do that. So,
that's very interesting.
Yes, it
yes,
is.
it's rather strange. I actually broke my toe one time because in the dream I was being chased by someone and turned around to fight, and I kicked at them, but I actually kicked the wall next to my bed and broke my toe.
Oh damn.
So I must have been kind of lightly under, because I was still able to move, um, even though I was asleep and dreaming. Very strange.
so what's strange about that is that typically, when you're in a dream state, your brain, when you're having dreams, your brain is active, but your body is actually immobile.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
switch that it cuts off.
and
Yeah.
that's why people have night terrors, because they kind of awaken during their dream, but they're still physically unable to move because their brain hasn't really switched over to that physically
Yeah.
active mode. And during the times where we toss and turn at night, we're not dreaming, we're not having as much brain activity.
Right.
um
You're in a period of non-REM
Freud said
state.
that the dreams were a pathway to the subconscious mind. But one of the most interesting things to me about dreams is that the part of your brain that makes you aware of what is real and what's not is not active while you're dreaming. So your subconscious mind is running through patterns and possibilities that are in, deep in your subconscious throughout the day, but the restrictions of reality are off. So that's why people can have dreams that they're flying, because it'll make sense in your dream, because
Oh
that
yeah.
part of your brain that says this doesn't make sense isn't active. And it's why
Yeah.
nightmares can be scary for people, because their brain's not there to tell them that's not real.
Yeah.
um but some people seem to be more aware than others what's real and what's not in their dreams, and it seems like the ones who are more aware are the ones that get information from their dreams.
Right. It's I had an experience once where I had been working for about 70 hours straight trying to debug a very complex computer problem in a distributed system, and um, I finally had to crash. I finally passed out, and I slept for about 13 or 14 hours. And when I woke up, I knew exactly what the problem was, where it was, exactly which line of code, and exactly what was causing the problem. It was an equal sign instead of a double equal sign, which is assignment rather than comparison. And I got all of that from my subconscious. I had packed it
That's
all into my head,
exactly
but then my
there.
brain worked on it while I was asleep.
That's such a totally valid thing for all people. Like, it's one of the reasons that we do something like sleep on it, because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
are actually able to sort of unpack and iron out those thoughts while we're asleep and have a much clearer view of things in the morning, because our brain really does
Yes.
the three different types of memory creating neurons in the brain. When you get a full night's sleep, it actually switches over to a deeper, more complex memory, where the information might be super compact on these smaller neurons. As it switches over to a longer term memory, it gets more stretched out and it's more easily visible, I think, to the brain is the best way I can describe it.
Hmm.
So it is a really interesting thing, and it is part of why people do have premonitions, because these are things that we just maybe weren't aware we could see in the daytime, you
Right.
know. And then there's stuff that's way more mysterious. Like there's a problem solving ability in your brain, and then there's waking up knowing,
Oh yeah.
you know,
It-
somebody's name that you never met before and then meeting them that day.
right.
So
Yeah.
Napalm's going through some things. Cause best of luck with that. Napalm sticks 76966. That sounds
Oh,
chasing nightmares. You know, it's dark, buddy.
he toured hell, and or she, I don't know which. It was exciting and oddly beautiful. Oh my.
Uh, Sky was red, the moon was black.
Seems like a
Nicotine.
dope
Yeah, well, so
place.
as you watch me chain smoke, you're gonna tell me about the nicotine. Don't shame me.
The
The
interesting thing
Yankees won,
about night
guys.
terrors,
The Yankees
interesting,
won again.
Oh, yay!
yay.
Yay, Yankees.
The interesting thing about the night terrors thing is that if you wake up with night terrors and can't move, the only thing you'll be able to move is your eyes. But they say if you rapidly move your eyes from side to side, you will break the night terrors and be fully awake.
Oh, I've
So
never
you
had.
won't be you won't be imprisoned.
I
It was a
had,
psychiatrist that told me that.
yeah, I've had dreams within a dream, but I've never had like, well, watch me have a night terror tonight. But I never had a night terror.
Most people who don't have them don't get them, but it can happen every once in a while depending on certain
Right.
environmental factors, like drinking wine before you go to sleep. Like, for some people, like that's a thing.
Oh
If they
shit!
drink and go to sleep, they'll have. It usually doesn't happen out of nowhere, Liz. But for most people, it's a split second. It's for most people, it's a very quick thing. Although it might feel a lot longer than that to your mind.
Yeah.
But it really is just a split second. One thing I go through a lot, I don't know, I think other people experience it, is that when I'm in a dream and I'm fighting, if I have to fight someone, I can't throw a punch. I try to punch somebody and it's like, uh.
It's hard to do. Yeah.
I can't hit people in my dreams and I can't scream.
Oh my.
I don't have nightmares though, so it's really not. I really don't have scary dreams. I had a very detailed, long dream that I cleaned my entire apartment, and I remember cleaning every part of my apartment and woke up and the apartment was not clean. I had to do it over again in real life.
No, damn.
Oh my.
And you
That was
realize
a
that
rotten
in
one.
the dream you were cleaning up for 4 hours, but then you realize you only slept 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's those dreams. Yeah, it seems in a dream it can seem like you're in there for a week, but it's only a split. It's really a short amount of time as you're waking up that you remember opium.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's only a spark of
I got a
electricity, right?
Napalm
That
sticks is
goes
into
through
some
the
dark
neurons.
shit. Opium? Who's smoking opium? What is this? China in 1925?
Who's
It's
smoking opium?
96.
Don't smoke opium.
Chasing the dragon?
Chasing
Oh
the dragon
yeah,
is smoking heroin.
Oh.
it's all good. Don't do this at home.
It's all
Kids,
good.
don't try this at home, kids.
Well, I guess it's the same thing, right? I guess. I don't know. It must be. Yeah, it could be the same thing.
Well,
But
Yeah, I
still,
think
who
so.
gets? I wouldn't know
heroin
where
is
to
from
get opium if
poppies,
I
and so
wanted
is
to.
opium.
I've never tried heroin, and I
Opium
never
Where
paste.
would you
will.
get opium?
Opium paste?
I think you get some online now.
That's a really like niche. drug.
Yeah,
Maybe here.
it's like a museum drug.
Oh, he's correcting me now. Vaporizing. Excuse me.
Yeah,
It's a
Oh
guy.
yeah, you
I
can
know
get
we don't know if
opium
it's a guy,
vapes.
but it's a guy.
okay.
From the what? Poppy plants.
Yeah, from
Opium
poppy
vapes.
plants.
I never thought of
This
that.
is where heroin is from. Yeah.
What do I
Poppy.
just pick some poppies and make opium from it? You gotta manufacture this. You can't just smoke pot.
Yeah, you have to manufacture
Kids,
it. It's been
don't try this at
manufactured
home.
in it's been manufactured in China for centuries.
I know.
Don't try this at home, kids.
There's that movie with I think Johnny Depp, From Hell, I
Oh
think,
God.
where he does opium when I think he's chasing Jack the Ripper or something.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah. That's about the time period that people were smoking opium. Yes,
Oh yeah. Well, the British
vaporizing,
were in China,
vaporizing
and
opium.
yeah.
Can't smoke it.
Vaporize.
Well, they smoke it. They smoke it through water pipes.
That's semantics here.
Can you say water?
Water,
How do you say
water,
water, provolone?
order,
Water?
Water,
Water? Okay.
water.
Water.
What are you doing?
water, water.
I say
Now it sounds weird.
water. I say this water.
Everybody say pillow.
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 A
But I will
pillow.
not. I will not say
Pillow.
the my one.
My
The what?
My.
pillow.
My pillow.
Ah, you had to.
What
Pillow.
about
Burned.
Oh no, I have one. Coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee,
Coffee.
Cafe.
Coffee.
cafe, cafe au lait.
Coffee.
You guys are still waiting for me, I guess?
You're gonna say coffee?
Coffee. I ain't got no
Yeah,
coffee. I
get some
got
fucking coffee.
It's a cafe, and it's not
And should I
coffee
still be...
unless it's good dark French roast. I'm sorry. It's yeah,
Uh
I'm a pumpkin spice whore.
I'm pretty
Oh
sure
no.
my people have a hold on the coffee thing.
Coffee?
Coffee.
Yeah, the Italians like their colonialism first.
Hey, I'm not Italian. I'm Sicilian.
Oh, okay,
We didn't
so
colonize anybody.
how
We
does
were
that factor in
colonized.
with the coffee though?
Well, I'm saying our coffee is better.
No, Cuban
Okay,
coffee.
Cappuccino, macchiato. What do you have?
Oh,
A
I
latte?
love cappuccinos. I
You
haven't
have
had one in a long
you
time.
have cafe au lait in
the
French.
the best coffee I ever had was a French breakfast coffee. So rich and dark, the spoon would stand up in it.
Have you never had an Italian roast?
No, I have not.
I've had some Italian style coffees, but I haven't been to Italy, so I haven't
Well,
had
no, but
real Italian coffee.
I
when you
went
go into
last
any
week.
coffee shop, 90% of what they have there is Italian.
I like Cuban
We
coffee.
taught
Ah,
the
yeah,
world how to eat.
I want to try Turkish coffee.
Turkish
oh,
coffee does seem kind of good.
How do you
that
guys
that
like your coffee? Do you drink it black?
I
mm.
like my coffee like I like my men. Sliding off the roof of my car as I drive away.
I like a lot of cream on my coffee.
I
A lot
drink
of
black coffee.
creamer.
Just black coffee. I don't drink coffee much, but when I do,
I
the
just I
the
put a lot of
better
I put my inner white girl and I put a lot of pumpkin spice on it. Yeah.
the
there's
better
nothing
the
wrong with
coffee,
that.
the blacker it should be. And cheap ass coffee, yeah, just put some cream in it.
When I was 19 years old, Kai, I worked as a barista with one of those old Italian Marzocco machines. like the click
Oh,
clack, click clack,
nice.
clack, like really
Yeah.
making the coffee.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I
I
was, I
make
was, I
I
was
make
good at
mine
it.
with a French press, the Bodum French press.
I use a Bialetti,
How about
but then that's espresso. I make espresso usually.
how about Vietnamese coffee?
Never had it.
Oh, it's got sweetened condensed milk in it. You can't beat
Yeah,
that.
sweetened condensed, but it's made with an espresso blend with a little screw press, the little 1 cup screw press.
Listen, the tighter you compress that espresso,
Yes.
the better it's gonna be.
Oh, I know. I know exactly how to make it. I have one of those little presses.
Yeah, that's good stuff. You
Oh
gotta know
yeah.
how. See, if you're using the Bialetti, you have to know how to like bang it down.
Oh yeah.
But a screw press is good too. I don't like a French press. I think it comes out too weak for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, but you have to have good coffee again.
Good
The
coffee is a
issue is
must.
the coffee for the
You gotta
most
have
part.
the beans.
The
Mm?
bean.
Gotta
It's
have
the
the beans.
bean.
Beans are good.
Grind them properly. Yeah.
I don't even drink coffee. I have a lot of opinions on it. I just don't drink it.
I drink it. I'm currently out of coffee. LOL, I need to buy some.
I was I was pretty much given up on coffee for a while, and then I went to rehab and gave up alcohol and picked up coffee
Well,
in
yeah.
rehab again. So
Most people pick up
Congrats.
candy bars in rehab, so good for you.
no, I'm back on the coffee. Every day I drink a whole French press. I guess you can't see it really.
I can see it, yeah.
It's not
A
gonna
pot.
hurt you. The concept, the fact the caffeine is bad for you thing is a lie.
Oh yeah, I'm not concerned about that. There's so
I
many things that are
I
bad
don't
for us
have
that
coffee.
doesn't
I
matter.
have vodka and watermelon
Oh, I
Kool-Aid.
have wine coffee.
And I
Vodka
have
water.
this is my cup. Oh my god, why does it keep it has the three Zelda hearts, right? Because my son, he's had three hearts just like in the Zelda game.
Oh,
He
Oh,
gets the three hearts. That should be my next tattoo, right? As soon as I make $1 million.
how many
There you
tattoos do
go.
you have, Provolone?
52.
Tattoos?
Yeah.
Nice. I have 3.
Well, it's not a competition.
No, I'm just saying I have 3.
Yeah, I also have three, but one of them is a 3/4 sleeve.
All of mine were done individually. I have a couple of big pieces like on my back and my hip, but some of them I did on myself, and then some of them the person who was teaching me to tattoo did. So I look like I have an expensive collection of tattoos, but I just have a lot of friends with tattoo needles.
That's always good to have. Um,
I'm not sure I could do a tattoo on myself.
I'm not sure a lot of people could. There's something wrong with me.
yeah, I can't do it. I can do a stick person. That's about it.
I have this. It's my whole thigh. It's like all roses. It's a huge tattoo, like my whole thigh. I sat there for hours tattooing my own thigh
Wow.
because I didn't want to do my first tattoo on somebody else
Oh
and
yeah.
mess it up.
Yeah, I have a. Let's see. I have a black sheep. Fits perfectly with me, and
I like that.
I have a peace sign. And what was the other one? Shit, I forgot. Oh, a sugar skull.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a sugar skull, but I have an octopus that has the designs on it like a sugar skull.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
That one the cops always think is a gang tattoo because it has a crown on it. They're like, "Is that Latin Kings?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a Latin King."
No, you're a Latin queen.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Latinx.
I'm not even Latinx.
Well,
I'm Latinx,
I'm Italianix,
you're Italian, except right.
Sicilianix, not Italian.
and I'm Cuban.
Sicilian. I saw somebody post that Italianix. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" totally unnecessary. You could just say Italians. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
I have the 4 Japanese guardians as my sleeve. It's the black tortoise, the azure dragon, the red phoenix, and the white tiger. They're from the ancient cave paintings, and each is associated with a cardinal direction, and each is also associated with a season. So,
That's interesting. That's a
You,
cool tattoo.
you
yeah,
got a
neat.
you got a fan Kyber comment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from our non-opium smoking viewer. None of my tattoos mean anything.
Oh, really? All of mine do.
No,
Mine
I have a
have
couple that are a couple that have some sentimental value. I have one for my kids and one for my brother, my mom and dad. But like other than that, what do I got? I got my Mama Tried tattoo. You know the Merle Haggard song, right? Mama Tried. Um, no, Halloween cat, a
yeah.
rabbit.
Yes.
They don't mean anything.
What are some great tattoos that are associated with insurrection and rebellion?
A hammer and sickle.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's the one that is often adopted by white supremacists, the "Don't tread on me."
You got a
Oh,
message.
yeah. We're gonna let them have that one.
Yeah.
You got a message, Provo.
Never go against the Sicilian when death is on the line. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely true. That's a quote from The Princess Bride.
Uh,
Yes.
You have any tattoos, Smurf?
No, I'm blank.
You're blank. A blank slate. Oh my.
Yeah,
do you ever want to get one, or you're just not interested in those in tattoos?
no, I like to have um, criminal background instead, and just not have the tattoos, just the criminal background.
Just the
Oh,
background.
nice.
Sounds good.
The wings of
I
Lucifer.
don't appreciate that. What you're insinuating?
No, nothing.
What about
The
the wings
wings
of
of Lucifer?
what the?
No. Why would Lucifer be associated with a rebellion?
He rebelled against God, right?
Oh yeah, he was.
Satan.
And he descended into hell like an
What?
anarchist.
he
What
was
if God
given
is?
he was given dominion over earth.
This is why there's no praxis without theory, because that's what happened to Lucifer. He didn't read the books. He didn't read Lenin.
Oh, there you go.
What if God is the devil? LOL.
Oh,
Well, there's a question.
I mean,
I've
Hegel
heard that
said
today.
Hegel said of good and evil. We all know who Hegel is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
He said that the only evil that truly exists is a good that believes itself to be absolute.
Oh my. Okay.
So,
all right.
it's only people who believe that they are good and righteous and they can do no wrong. Those are the only evil
Oh yeah.
people in the world.
The kind of people that lead us to doctrine of discovery and manifest destiny.
And what was it that Nietzsche said? He said he has a good and evil thing too. That the only true evil is the belief that some people are evil and some people are good. Or was that Oscar Wilde? Might have been Oscar Wilde. All right, you weirdo. You're getting weird. Death to the state, glory to the people, sure. I mean, not a death to this. He's an anarchist.
Better
Ugh.
to rule in hell than serve in heaven. That's a famous quote too. I forget who, but yeah, that's been around for a while.
I'm not a death to the state person.
You're not a death to the state person?
No, I'm communist. I believe it'll take at least 14 generations of a
Before the state
dictatorship of the
fades away.
proletariat.
Yeah.
I believe in a dictatorship of the proletariat until communism is achieved. So no, no death to the state. You need to have a government. Can't just erase the government and hope everything works out. That's what happened to the French.
Because it's people. People are not gonna. They're yeah. They're gonna run wild. I don't know.
Well,
We
no, it
need
would
some.
just leave an opening for the same people to take power again. That's the problem. A
Yeah.
dictatorship of the proletariat has to exist so that the ruling class can't resume their power. It's an important step.
Makes sense.
At least not yet. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
We almost have.
Eventually, but not in my lifetime and not in yours.
right.
Yeah. We almost have 700 people watching. Thank you guys for continuing to watch our weird asses on the ATP After Dark.
Yeah. Hi, people.
It's only gonna
Hello.
get weirder.
I see
Yeah.
people.
It's only gonna get weirder.
I
And then
don't. I
we
don't
have our
see
two.
dead people, but I had one talk to me for a while.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Carry on.
Yes, withering
Okay, we'll
away
let
from
that
state.
slide.
What?
We'll
Huh.
let that one slide. It's fine. He talks to
No,
Yeah.
dead
yeah, no, that's
people.
fine.
Like,
It's
Yeah.
normal. It's not schizophrenic at all.
nah, I wish
No,
it could.
I had nightly visits back in the old place that I used to live in before I got married.
Oh.
Um, I had nightly visits from the little girl who lived in my closet. Um, yeah,
What?
the place was over 100 years old, so yeah, who knows? I think it may have been. I I, I, I think it may have just been a what do you call it? A random bit of energy left over from a former occupant, but I'm not sure.
Did she say anything to you?
Oh yeah, she visited me in my dreams quite often. Yeah, she spoke to me. I don't remember what I had to say to her, but she was
I'm
quite
joking,
upset.
but I don't think he's making it up. You know,
She
I'm
she,
making jokes, but I don't think,
she was
I
quite
think if
upset
you
when
can
I
dream
left.
other people's memories, you can probably pick up on energies of
Well, I think we can pick up on energies of sort of the collective conscious.
I don't think
And
dead people are conscious, but
I have, I, I, I have this theory actually that I don't go with a lot of the biblical stuff or any of that sort of stuff, but I do believe that consciousness and sentience are basically energy, and I believe in thermodynamics, so energy can't be
no,
created or destroyed. It can
I
only
can
be
finish this sentence for
changed
you. Where
in
does the
form.
energy from our brains go?
Right. It can only be changed in form, and so the energy is still out there, and I kind of believe that there's a great pool, universal pool of this energy. It might even be multi-universal. I don't know. Um, and so I do believe that it is possible to potentially pick up on stuff. I also believe that time is not linear, um, not as we would have it, linear and unidirectional. It's all one time at once. It's
Hmm.
just that we can't perceive it as anything but unidirectional and linear.
Time time
That's
is a
because of
hundred
our
percent.
limitations.
Yeah, time is 100% something that we just perceive. It's not something that
Right.
actually exists.
Very true.
It's something we measure from our perspective. So
Yes.
even looking at physics, when you think about an astronaut being in space for a certain period of time and only aging 10 years, coming back here and being 20 years later, like that type of thing,
Yeah.
it's time is relative, right? To the
Right.
experience of the person measuring or perceiving it. And a lot of our physical world is the same. There's no reason, because when you look at physical material on a molecular level and it's constantly moving in and out of existence or changing positions, there's no reason that I should be able to set a cup on a table and it stays there. There's no reason that a cup can't fall through a table that we can explain from a physics perspective. It's just what we accept as the laws of physics. And then
Right.
when you get into quantum physics, you start saying weird things like me and Kai are saying.
Yeah.
But it's actually really advanced science. It's not kook shit.
No.
Reification fallacy. I mean, I'm not a genius over here, Nostra. I'm over here. I'm drinking. I'm stoned. I don't. What the
Yeah.
hell is a reification fallacy?
My
I mean, I'm
favorite
doing my
color is
best with my
red.
brain information, my quantum physics, and he's just pulling stuff out of left field.
My favorite color is red.
I like, red,
I like lamp.
especially red
Oh,
flags.
yeah. I love
Gray.
lamp.
Gray.
No,
Gray.
I'm just
Gray.
teasing you. Don't be sorry. No need to be sorry. I don't know what a reification. I don't know that word. An abstract thing is a concrete thing. What was he asking me if it was a reification? Was it fate? Confusing fate as from an abstract thing to a concrete thing? Um, well, I think that I can answer that. There's like two schools of thought on this. There's the one theory that everything is chaotic and nothing could possibly be predetermined because there's so many different possibilities that number is infinite and you could never calculate an exact possibility of anything. Even the fact that I exist and you exist and we're
That's
here talking to each other is almost impossible to have ever happened. If you look at the mathematics of it, it is so unlikely that it would be called impossible. And then there's people that think that if everything is so impossible, there's no way for it to be random. It has to be exact.
so
And
like
so
a
it is all
sequence.
predetermined. There's like those two
So
scientific perspectives
like a
on that.
sequence of events leads us here. Like is that
Well,
what?
just the fact that you have, like, that you, Liz, are who you are with your personality, your DNA, everything about you. The fact that you were, forgive me for being crass, but the sperm that met that particular egg at that particular time, all of that. And then everything that makes up who you are, everything that happened in your life up until now is all so unlikely to have happened exactly as it did. Like, it could have happened an infinite number of other ways and you could have been an infinite number of other people, but you're you and you
Yeah,
had your experiences, and so it's so precise that it's either impossibly random or it is by design. It has to be
like
one of those two
destiny.
things. Yeah.
Well, okay, so it's a bit like when you throw the dollar, on a coin flip. You think it's random, but it's not really random, right?
Yeah,
If you put it in a certain angle, and if you put a certain push and a certain gravity and a certain angle, it'll always fall at the same spot.
If you do
So
with
it
your hands on the
yeah
same
yeah
place,
yeah yeah
you can,
yeah
but
yeah
my hands are different than yours.
yeah yeah
And so my is, oh, the fact that you're, so like you, I'm getting down to like the way down to the molecular level of who you are as a person, determining so
yeah
many different possible outcomes. So yes, it's a coin flip. But it's like it's not random because you can manipulate certain aspects of it.
yeah
You being who you are and making that decision.
yeah. But do you guys call that determinism?
I don't believe in determinism. I believe in I'm a chaos theory person. I think it's random.
Hmm.
What about destiny?
I
I kind of
see.
believe in that.
I don't
Destiny.
believe in
Can it
destiny.
be both?
Hmm?
I kind of do. Well, that's
Can
just
it be both?
It could I can't say what it is or what it isn't. I have my theory that I believe, but nobody knows the answer. It's impossible to figure that
I
question
think
out.
life brings you events or life brings you people. Um, I don't know. This how like any little sequence in your life kind of like changes the trajectory of it. I don't know. Like
It
if I
does,
never would
but
have like if I never would have been on Twitter, my life would be like extremely different. Like really like life changing different in a bad way. So it's like was that is that destiny or does just like I randomly just so
so
yeah.
if certain things hadn't happened to me, my life would be better in a really good way. And I just refuse to believe that it's on purpose that so many horrible things happened.
Yeah,
I see what
me
these
too.
bad things happening and I'm like, no, that's not destiny. That's just fucked up. You know what I
I
mean?
believe in a little bit of both. For me, I believe
It
in
could be
both.
both. There could be both. And there are some more spiritual things that I believe. I think, somebody said to me once that if it's raining outside and you put your hand out and you feel the water falling on your hand, you are feeling your ancestors touching you. And
Yeah,
that's actually true for all of us, right? So we're all, I don't believe in God as a separate entity, but I believe in the world, the universe we live in as the creator itself.
yeah,
But it's not something that can sit there and say, well, I would really like Lucci to have a bad day today. You know?
yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my charger.
Now I'm at 30-second break.
Yeah, 30-second break.
Let me charge my phone. I'll be right back. Yes, mom. Yes, mom.
So hey, you do coding, Kyber?
I used to. I'm
Yeah,
retired now, which is nice.
that's cool. I wish I had learned that.
Yeah, it's interesting until it becomes annoying. There's
Uh-huh.
a point at which for some of us we just reach a burnout period and just you know not
It's
anymore.
like any hobby that you make a living out of.
Yes,
Eventually, you push the art, you push it, and then eventually somebody tells you what to do, and it's not fun anymore.
right. Exactly right.
Yeah, so I don't tell anybody what I'm good at.
Yeah, there you go. I've gotten to the point of pretending I'm not good at anything.
Yeah, that's a smart guy.
Yes, there was there was a while there when I had stopped coding, but was still um, working as a systems analyst, and that is something that I'm very good at. To the point where I actually uh, analyzed a system I was very unfamiliar with, a human body, a particular person, and came to a diagnosis, and then had to argue five different doctors until one of them looked at what I, came up with, and went away and got the infectious disease specialist who came in and examined my father and said, "Yeah, he's right." I beat
Wow.
five doctors to a diagnosis because I'm a good analyst and I did the work.
Yeah.
For days, I did the research, I did the reading. And no, I'm not trained in medicine, but it didn't matter. Would
The
have taken
data doesn't lie.
me the time. Data, yeah, analysis, data, patterns,
Haha.
I'm back.
Oh no.
and a lot of neurodivergent people like me are very good at patterns.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. But I was as I was ruminating on what we were talking about, I was thinking of something I wanted to ask. Hold on, this whole thing, I gotta fix this.
Oh,
I found.
Hello.
hello.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. There's something wrong with me.
Oh dear.
It's okay.
Okay, here we go. I think I got it. You guys can hear me though, right?
Yeah.
My question to you guys though about destiny and chaos and fate and determinism is: does it matter?
Um,
It matters to humans.
matters
But
to
why?
me.
I think it only matters if you're asking the question of whether or not humans have free will.
Yeah, but that's at the core of it.
Hey, Laura.
You
So
have almost.
if everything is predetermined, does that mean that we don't have free will?
Oh.
But it is. I'm not a thousand French philosophers in one person. It's an actually. It's actually debated.
That's what I'm asking. Then.
Yeah, I see the determinism way more than I see free will, but I know that the calculation, if we're gonna like determinists to the core, the calculations are too complex. So there's a part of unpredictability.
There is, right, exactly. You can't predict anything all the way 100%. So,
So like they present me with two popsicles of each color. What's gonna make me choose a color is based on past experiences and my learning of colors, and it's a little bit on instinct, a little bit on a lot of factors. So it is predetermined, but it's just really hard to see how.
okay, but then I have a question for you. If everything is predetermined, and if humans are going to make a choice based on this very specific predetermined set of their past experiences and who they are and all of that information, and I decide to take out a gun and shoot someone and kill them,
It's part of it. It's part of it.
but
It's
am
not
I now
chaos. It's not
not
pure
morally
chaos. It's not
responsible
random.
because it was predetermined? So how do I bear moral responsibility for my actions if I don't have free will?
Maybe we don't.
But you don't
So then it's not
like
wrong.
that.
Raping people isn't wrong because it's predetermined. That's the problem I have with
We're
determinism.
not talking about attributing a moral value to it. We're talking about like how does it happen?
I understand. No, I understand how it happens, but I still think if we're to say there is no free will, that people are not making the choices that they're making, then we can't attribute any responsibility to them for their actions. And I don't agree with that. I believe that people are responsible for their
I
actions.
see. I see what you mean, but it's not because my choices are predetermined that I'm not like responsible of them. It's just that the part of it is not free will. It's not, and it's not because it's not free will that I'm not responsible for it. But I don't want to argue too much on it because I'm not a determinist, like hardcore
I think it's a
determinist.
little bit of both. Yeah.
It's not I don't want you to think that this is like a malicious
Yeah,
argument.
yeah, yeah,
These
yeah,
are
yeah.
debates that, that
Yeah, I don't know.
expert scientists and philosophers have these
Yeah,
debates. So
yeah,
these are,
yeah.
But to be devil's advocate a little bit, um, yes, even that moral judgment that we make about things like that can also be a part of the predetermination. Yes.
if that's
Absolutely.
the yeah, if that's the way it is, then that's the way it is, of course. But as an intellectual, I would have to question punishing people for their actions If
No, it has bearing on it. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
And who's
Legally, yeah,
controlling, if it is destiny, who's controlling it?
but
Oh,
but
God.
legality is all man-made fiction anyway,
oh yeah, oh yeah,
um,
I wouldn't have used
which
the
would
word
then also
legality,
be
but
which would also be affected by that predetermination.
don't
it
try to
is.
mind pretzel brain. Don't twist my brain into a pretzel here.
Sorry.
No, it is. It's so complex, and it's so, um,
I
there
like
are
this
so
topic.
many brilliant minds who are total opposites on this issue, who are
Yeah,
equally brilliant philosophers and
yeah.
scientists, like I said, who cannot agree on this. It can't
Right.
be figured out, and that's why I think it doesn't matter.
But it matters if you encounter situations in your life and you're like finding it easier to deal with them when you say like I'm just an actor playing like a little role. Like sometimes it's easier when you take the responsibility off your shoulders, and sometimes it's triggering when you say like some people say, well, you're guilty, and you're like, and the person is more or less an actor in its own destiny. Anyways,
Yeah, it is perfect for robbing. Thanks for the idea.
Um, I think I think sometimes if you just think that you take up this tiny fraction of space on this tiny blue dot that's floating through a massive universe among multiple
Yeah, and
universes,
I have to fucking go to
you
work.
would
What is
feel
that?
a lot less stressed out. You could just be like, you know what? Nothing I do matters. It's okay. And
yeah,
just
yeah,
and just chill.
nihilism. Yeah, 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 yeah. It is a dangerous slope, but it is not a necessary slope.
No, I'm saying it can be a good thing. It can be a good thing when you feel overwhelmed or you feel really worried about a
Oh,
choice that you're going to
oh,
make, that you can just
oh,
relax because the world is going to go on no
yeah,
matter what, no matter what crazy shit you do, the earth is going to keep turning. So it's okay. you know, when it comes to like not getting your laundry done on time, I
Yeah, I
think we
live in a
can
blue
we can
dot.
all we can all just breathe.
yeah. But what about injustice? You have to rise up
No, I
and
don't
and
think it's
change
okay to stand
destiny.
by for injustice. I think,
Yeah, yeah.
you,
So you
and I'll
have to
tell you
change
why that's
destiny
important.
sometimes.
I'll tell you why I think that's important. Even if there is no real morality, there is no good and bad, right? It's something we created in our minds. The thing is that you have to live in this world. You're living in this world, and if you want to be a shitty person, you're making it a shitty place that you live in now. And that's your fault. And
Yeah,
it's just going to get worse. So don't.
I'm sorry.
No, no, I'm saying, not to you directly, Smurf, but humans in general, just don't be an asshole, and then you won't live in a world full of assholes.
Yeah, you get to the party what you bring to the party sometimes.
It's you make your own bed, don't you, and then you sleep in it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But apparently, from some of the stuff that I've been reading by uh, I'm sorry, social worker who studied dark personality disorder, like narcissism and coercive controllers and um, psychopaths. Uh, According to her, there are people who actually can't control whether they're assholes or not. They are lacking structures in the brain, um, according to the functional MRIs that she's done, and they literally cannot feel empathy, and they're going to be assholes, and they're going
And
to
they
try
should
to
be
control
Yeah.
other
sterilized.
people. Isn't that nice?
They should be sterilized. Sorry.
No, but it is important because Freud would say like we should stop shaming folks about their sexuality, but we gotta admit that shame is important. If we cannot shame people into behaving a certain way, it doesn't have the same grip, you know.
You gotta say,
Um,
Hello, Crankins. I'm Lucci, Miss Provolone. Thank you. Um, what were you saying? That they? Oh, it's shaming people. Yeah, but not for their sexuality.
no, but like in society, if a person cannot feel shame, a person is a bit a sociopath.
what the hell did I just do?
I don't know.
Oh, provolone?
From her closet, she's wreaking havoc upon the world.
Yeah, I pretty much am. I pretty much am. What happened to
It's good.
provolone?
I don't know. You were messing around. What'd you do? Add her
I
back
don't
in.
People
know.
will forgive you.
I was trying to share the screen.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Scare the
there we go. I'm
stream.
sorry. I don't know what I'm pressing.
She back.
Sorry, I just pushed a button I wasn't supposed to
Oh,
push.
okay. I posted a button too, so I don't know who did it.
It was me.
Y'all been
Oh,
Um,
pushing my buttons.
no, we were saying about shaming people, but then I didn't. So I don't think shaming actually works with the dark personalities that we're talking about here. I don't think you can shame a narcissist.
No, you can't. That's her
That's the
point
thing.
in her research. You cannot actually shame them because they don't feel shame. They can't feel it.
yeah.
Well, they
My
feel
mom is a
plenty of shame.
narcissist.
They feel it, but their shame is the only thing that exists to them, and their entire life, everything they do is about removing that feeling. And when you call them out or you make them feel ashamed, they just immediately
Oh yeah, well they
Can
turn
go
I
on
ask you
you,
ballistic.
guys
and
this?
that's it. They don't listen to another word you
Can
say. You're a crazy person. And then they call you a narcissist, and then they and
yes.
then they move on.
Can a narcissist love somebody, or they really cannot?
No, they cannot. Not
So
No.
my
really.
mom really cannot love me. That's wild. That's
Yeah,
sad.
it's likely that she can't.
Well, I would say that your mother loves you to the best of her capabilities as a person, but that's not the same thing as what the rest of us would say love is.
Yeah, because when a hurricane, like the hurricane prep, she told my friend because I'm still going no contact. She told my friend that my coworker, because she's friends with him, she told him if I wanted weed. I'm like, um, I'm going through a possible category five. It's not. It wasn't a category five, but at the time I thought it was. I was like,
Yeah.
I really don't need weed, so I don't know if she's
That
trying to
doesn't.
like.
I don't understand that because I would want all. Yes, bring me all the weed.
No, she thinks that that's how to break the silence
Well,
instead of
when you go no
holding
contact
herself
with a
accountable.
narcissist, they do everything they can. You
Yeah,
now you've cut
but
off
that's also a
what they call the supply.
yeah, that's also a part of the coercive controller thing. She
Yeah,
Really,
tries to control you through use of money or weed or whatever.
I agree, Andre.
I like Smurf.
Yeah.
I'm good with Smurf.
Would you like to be a
Yeah,
part? Well, we do this so unprofessionally, but would you like to be a part of the
Yeah,
network?
join the network, Smurf.
absolutely.
Would you like to
Make him the
be? I'll
CFO.
add you right now to the ATP. Yes, no? Think about it.
I
Give him.
am. I am yet. My worth is not proven, but I am willing.
Okay, well, we're a small network. I'm going to add you
You can
right
be
now.
my co-host for
Well,
Red Flag Academy.
we all just voted you in, so hey.
Yeah, you're in. And
Yeah, you don't get a
the
say. It's
publicist
predetermined.
agrees as well. So,
It has been decided.
yeah, you're in. So,
You see, that was destiny.
Mm.
ah,
Ah, there you go.
exactly. Um,
That just every time I hear
But
Destiny, it makes me think of young Frankenstein. Destiny, Destiny.
What's your your tag on Twitter? Trying to find you. Smurf.
Legit,
Okay.
legit, legit Smurf dextrose.
Oh, I see it. It popped up. Okay, well, you're in. You're in now. Welcome to the ATP network. There you
Excellent.
go. That's
Well,
that.
you don't say much in the chat because we've never had an argument. So
I know, but I can see those ongoing, and I just don't want to be thrown under the bus for that.
every day it's someone who decides to piss me off, and I'm like, get him out of here.
Yeah, like that other person.
I know we're not dropping names, are we?
No,
Yeah.
but it's some people have
It's
lasted years
tempting.
with me. Liz has lasted years with me without me getting mad. I don't get mad at everybody.
Yeah, we had our thing.
Well, hmm, ah,
But the art of discussion is lost. People
ah,
will attack not the arguments, people will attack the person.
right.
So you
Oh
don't
yeah.
go anywhere.
I agree with you, but I think I'm not the one attacking the people. I think those. I think I make my statement of this is what I think about what you just said, and then they go, I'm not a bad person. You're a bad person, and I'm like, okay, you know. I always, but I have the conflict swirls around me, so it definitely has something to do with me.
No, it swirls around everybody. I mean,
Well, it has to do with me being someone who is always going to speak up.
well, Tired Peasant has had conflict too,
Yeah, of
as have
course.
I, actually.
What happened?
Oh,
Well,
I
she
was
was just
saying,
saying she and
I'm
I have
saying
had
we've all had conflict. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
she and I
uh,
have disagreed on things before, but without hating each other,
yeah,
canceling each other, blocking
yeah,
each
right,
other. Just
right.
needed some time. That's all. You
yeah,
know,
for sure. We've been friends on here for what, since 2021 or 2022, something
at
like that.
least 3 years. At least 3 years. Because I remember, like I said, I remember being in a chat with you when my son was in the hospital in 2021. So we knew each other
Oh yeah,
um,
okay.
for a while, and so that's definitely, like I said, there were time periods where we weren't in touch as much, but we don't have to hate each other when we have a conflict.
Exactly.
We can just go to our corners and breathe.
So so the weed thing was a tactic probably that my mom was trying to use.
Hmm.
Yes, most
But it
likely.
doesn't work because for me I'm the type of person that, if I don't like if I get cut off from something like for example, alcohol or weed, I'm not going to
I
Have a
don't
fit
think
feel
it
over it.
was
crazy
like
about it.
that. If you've ever broken up with a guy and gotten a phone call from him like, um, you left your Chick-fil-A sauce in my refrigerator. Do you want to come get it? I don't want to throw it out. I know it's yours. I really like this stuff. You want to come get it? It's yours. Like, that's the kind of thing that they'll do. Instead of reaching out and working out the issue, I have something of yours. I have
Oh,
something
she's
you
right.
want.
Yeah,
You
So
yeah,
she
know,
just
yeah,
wants to pretend
yeah.
nothing happened. She just wants me to forget.
she wanted to be able to offer you something so that you now are, now she's the nice person and now you owe her kind of
Oh,
thing.
Yeah, it's just a handle. It's just a handle to get you into to get to engage about it.
To break through because you've cut off part of her narcissistic supply. If she's a narcissist, then she depends on getting a supply of emotional responses from you. And if she's not getting those emotional responses, that's going to drive her nuts. So she's going to come up with excuses and reasons to contact you to try to break through that barrier, that the boundary that you've set.
yeah, because she was talking shit about me on Facebook, and I was like, I'm gonna write something, and Travis was like, do what you want, but she probably will crave a response. She'll probably that's
Yeah,
what she wants.
the best thing you can do actually is
Silence.
Silence. Yeah.
That's what I've
Yeah.
been doing.
She's going to continue to do that though. You're her daughter.
Yeah.
With ex-boyfriends you can get rid of them. They'll move on to their next victim, but mothers, they don't go away.
Yeah. Mothers don't move on to the next victim.
Yeah,
Not
when
typically.
she starts talking shit about my 5-year-old, that's when I put my foot down about my daughter. But
Oh,
she
yeah.
puts my son in a pedestal, but she just doesn't like women, girls. She hates daughters, so she doesn't like my daughter very much.
I made up with my mom after our last fight, but it's just another she's just another click further away at arm's distance, because I have to manage how much I let that woman affect me. I don't think she's a narcissist. I think she's just an incredibly emotionally stunted, selfish person.
Yeah.
But, you know, um, I have a hard time staying no contact with her because I do care about her and I don't think she really has anybody else. But um,
Yeah.
every time she does something that hurts me, I'm just a little bit more like, okay, I don't trust
Yeah.
you anymore.
For me, I gave my mom so many chances, so many to like redeem her, not even redeem herself, just be a mom. Not necessarily financially, just emotionally. But I gave her so
And
many
my mom was
chances.
never able to be a mom because she's been a child her entire life. And
Mine too.
I'm a parentified person. I was raising my mother when I was a child. I was 8 years old, and that woman was a wildly out of control alcoholic who left me home alone with my 3-year-old brother while she was at a bar from noon until midnight.
Oh damn.
I cooked dinner, I did homework, I got us ready for school, washed laundry, everything on my own at 8 years old. So,
Damn.
and that continued until I finally moved out when I was 19. And my mom she still can't take care of herself.
Yeah.
And I'm exhausted, so I don't take care of myself either.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of taking care of things. I just want to be a baby like her.
Yeah. In order for me to talk to my mom, she has to take accountability.
I wouldn't count on that.
So yeah.
I'm sorry. That's probably a mean thing to say. I didn't mean it to be mean.
Oh no, it's the truth. But like once you mess with my children, that's it. You're out of my life.
I
So
just want you to know though, but like, and that's the reason I said it is because I wouldn't count on it, and I want you to know that that has nothing to do with you. If she never takes accountability, that's not because of you.
yeah.
I can't see your face, Jason, but I'm assuming you have a face of accepting. Yes, thank you.
Oh.
It's not my fault. Don't ever let her make you feel like this is your fault.
Oh no,
That's like the narcissist playbook.
I
Make it your
mourn.
fault.
I already mourned my mother like for years ago. I just realized that I don't really have one. So it's something, I get sad about every now and then, but then
The last time my mother pissed me off, I told everyone she was dead.
I remember that.
I was angry. If I start telling people you're dead, you really fucked up.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to stand up for your rights, I don't believe you can stand up for someone else's. Don't presume to tell me how to be cold. I'm
That
not sure
was
I
in
understand that
response
last
to
part.
that was in response to something that Napalm Sticks said.
Well, napalm sticks is a little bit of he's thinks outside the box,
Hmm.
outside of the box. Crankus. So try not to be It's our weird little pet here in the chat.
Huh?
I tend to come down on the side for empathy rather than for
Yeah, you see this?
victory.
it's best to
Um,
feel nothing and prevail than be paralyzed by emotions.
right.
I'm afraid you cannot prevail without emotions. And when we're talking about revolution, napalm sticks, because you wanted to talk about being revolutionary, Che Guevara said that the true revolutionary is guided by deep feelings of love.
Your
If you
heart,
don't
yeah.
love, you will not lead a revolution. If you do not have love for people, so your emotions are very important. A revolution is entirely emotional.
Yeah, because it's about people, and that's empathy.
Caring about other people
Hello.
is the
Yeah.
most important part of any revolution. Smothbore?
Oh,
I don't know.
woo,
Hey,
you
the
That must
intro.
be a
hey.
typo.
Oh, Kyber, this is our intro. Come on.
Love the
And
bass.
we're back.
I don't see anything.
Welcome.
I just see a red dot. That's all I see. I don't even get to. No
Oh,
one
really? I
tells me.
saw it.
You saw it? Wait, and we're back. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Almost 900 people. ATP After Dark. This is Tired Peasant, also known as Jason. Um, and there's Provolone and Kyber and Smurf, and we are part of the ATP network.
You can call me Lucci,
Lucci, I'm
honey.
sorry.
It's okay. No, I'm just letting you know.
Lucci. Yeah. No, you're good.
Um, yeah, I was gonna say something and I forgot now. Oh yeah, I said you guys should all move into my apartment. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
This is
Works
where
for
we can
me.
hang out like this, you know.
I need I need a place to go.
Oh, Kyber.
Oh, you're always welcome in my home, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, Napalm,
I'm
you
not
see you,
allowed.
but I'm
I'm
still
not allowed
telling
to
you
go to the
that
U.S.
I don't. Sorry, Smurf, you're a little delayed for me.
You're not allowed what?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
not
not
allowed.
allowed to go to the in the U.S.
How come?
Um,
Oh, it's that
yeah,
criminal
next week I'll tell you all about it.
That
Okay.
criminal background.
It must be
Yeah,
that.
all I need is the tattoos to tell the story in my place.
He
There you
got
go.
caught. He got caught smuggling snow across the border.
Oh
That's
man.
where
Yeah,
it comes from, Canada.
Yeah. Oh, I
That was
know.
me,
yeah.
actually.
Who is this other person though? I don't see those comments.
There's comments from the Twitter live. There's comments from YouTube, and there's comments from, well, I don't know that there are, but there should be comments from Twitch
Oh,
and
nice.
Rumble.
We have almost 900 people watching.
Unbelievable. Nobody's got anything
Yeah,
better to do.
I know.
it's yeah. There's a lot of people looking for live stuff on the net. Like if it's live, it's good. Like it means it's
Yeah,
happening
usually
right
people
now.
are live, yeah.
I think you should talk to a therapist about that, Maypom. Who am I? What am I? Judge, jury, and executioner? No, I'm just executioner. I kill who they tell me to kill.
No conscience, no memory.
There you go. No women,
I
no
shouldn't be in
children.
charge. Don't put me in charge.
Ay, ay,
I
ay.
think sometimes we put ourselves in charge. In fact, I read something one time. It was quite interesting. The concept in line with my concept of sort of the global pool of consciousness that says that actually, it's possible that each of us is put here to live out a certain thing in your predetermination, and so the life you're living is something that the consciousness wants you to live and be exposed to as an experience for the global consciousness.
That's the Matrix.
There you go.
I
So I
think
mean, you're experimenting a reality just so that your brain keeps on producing electricity.
I think I think in some ways, like, I feel like a natural leader or a guide in a lot of aspects of my life, but I also find that to be Sisyphean and the most exhausting aspect of being alive for me. Like, a lot of responsibility and a lot of,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to be in charge of so many things. It feels like something I've wanted to be relieved of my whole life.
yeah,
Yeah, but there's a power vacuum about that because everybody's looking for a spiritual guide. Everybody's looking for an identity.
But I chose to have children, and I put myself in there, like, I put
yeah,
myself in that position of having to be their life guides,
yeah,
responsible for their entire happiness and who they are as
Mm.
people and everything about them. And uh, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
but you
And
can't
I
put
think
that much.
I think I didn't expect to be responsible for all the other stuff
Yeah.
around me. I was fine with the kids, but then I find myself, well, that's a product of my conditioning too. Because growing up with a parent who couldn't take care of herself, everything feels like my responsibility. So when
Yeah.
someone around me is
yeah,
unhappy, I feel like I have to fix it.
yeah. So you
So
allow yourself to be drawn into it.
yeah, so it is kind of a trauma thing too.
Hmm.
Um, to feel like I'm responsible for everyone's happiness when I really could just tell them to go fuck themselves. I know. Not Nostrum says nobody's got much to say. I'm carrying the whole conversation here with my friends.
So,
Yeah,
I can't
but
tell
there's
if
a lot of
Smurf
people
likes me
just
or not.
listening.
um, so do you guys? I'm sorry. You guys have the option to keep to be on I can't even speak the stream. Like, do you have? Because I'm gonna keep it on, but I have to go to bed because I have to get my kids in the morning. So, but I'm gonna keep this on for you guys. I don't know how to. Okay,
No,
um, I don't
we
know
can't
how
do
to. I
that.
don't know anything. I'm just on this link.
hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Hold
But
on.
can you put somebody else in as controlling the stream?
Oh, I'm just gonna leave it on.
Okay.
You guys are in my
Yeah,
closet.
Kyber, you can have the night shift. I'll take the morning shift.
You guys are in my closet, so
I'm
yeah.
almost certain, like, the one person who was watching just for me probably fell asleep with this on. So
There.
Yeah,
I'll sing
with his
everybody a
900
good night.
windows open.
Yeah, and we've passed the midnight hour here, so I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
probably uh, start being quiet, or
yeah, same here.
I get in trouble.
Oh no, not
Yeah,
to get
we'll
in
do a
trouble.
special edition event.
Yeah, we've been on here for 3 hours. I think it's awesome that we have so many viewers, but
Yeah, that's great.
They can go to bed now. Go to bed, people.
If
yeah,
you
we
guys
can go
want to
to bed.
continue if you guys want to continue to get to 1K, but I probably should go to bed.
I'm going to be talking
Yeah,
to
you
myself.
definitely should.
Kyber and Smurf just said they were leaving. I'd just be here by myself yelling at Napalm.
If that's the
Are you
case, I
guys?
might stay.
Oh,
Yeah, stay.
well, there you go.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna keep this
We're just
on.
gonna yell at napalm. Yeah.
This was an awesome, successful second episode. Tired Peasant's gonna leave, but everybody else can stay. Um, and go to bed, Peasant. No, you can't tell me what to do. I don't want to go to bed. No, I am. Um, so what is this person saying?
I have some great points, but I don't understand.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. On that note, let's put this music before I say goodbye. All right, we're back. I have to go to bed. Tired Peasant has to pick up her peasant children. Um, Tired Peasant is tired, unacceptable. Yeah, well, today's my Friday, and I worked yesterday, and I'm tired, and plus I gotta wake up at like 7 in the morning ish.
Ugh.
So, you guys have a rest of a good night, and I'll keep this on, and we'll stay tuned for next week's episode of ATP After Dark. And if you guys have any ideas of what we should talk about, we could discuss it or just play it by ear or whatnot. Um, this is Jason signing off. You guys have a wonderful night, and you guys can continue this. And yeah, bye, you guys.
We wouldn't dare do that. Have a good night. See you
You too.
soon.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All
Are
right.
we all going to bed?
Yeah.
I am.
Yay!
I am.
See you, Kyber.
Good night,
See you,
all.
Lucy.
Good night.
And voila.
Yeah, well, I'll just click all the X's I can get.
Let's see which one. Yeah, this one and mm, no, that didn't do it.
This one. Yeah.
It